Welcome to the After Party Hangover Money in the Pod special. I'm your host, Mangria Fueled, and with me is my co-pilot. He is the hashtag decent champion, and he's got a very big matchup this Saturday up against Peter Wayne Kent in a Falls Count Anywhere winner-take-all match. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Julius_Caesar. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, man, Greg? You know me, man. Just hanging out. Still doing some homework on my opponent this Saturday, but I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it.
Well, I got my Red Bull here, trying to wake my fat ass up. You ready to talk some wrestling?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Well, news and rumors. Nikki Bella revealed in her recent book with her sister Bree that she's been raped twice. Pretty fucked up and messed up. Caesar, do you have any intention on listening or reading Bella's new book? I believe it's called Uncomparable.
I didn't even know they had a book out.
Yeah.
That's actually fucking crazy. But I do remember one time I was reading something about, women getting raped or something, and it's a very high statistic. And I was like, this is fucking scary.
It's pretty messed
Like it was
up.
like one out of three women. It was like one out of three women has been raped. I was like, what?
I don't want to get all Dr. Drew on you, but it does explain why she's hypersexual. And whatever, I don't know if Cena knew about this, but yeah, it makes me feel bad for her. But like you said, it's so common and it sucks. But for her to accomplish what she did with her sister is very impressive, regardless of what happened to them as children and their daddy issues. But now they're multimillionaires and they're taking over the world. I don't know if you heard their theme song to their TV show, but it says that over and over.
No, I have not watched Total Bellas, not one episode.
The Revolt were on Talk is Jericho yesterday. It was a very entertaining episode. And they basically told Vince that they don't care how much money they were offered. They just wanted the tag team division to be elevated, in which they did not feel was happening. So they said, fuck y'all, I'm going home. Did you happen to catch that Talk is Jericho?
Nah, man. I was actually road tripping with my friend the other day, obviously to get beer because
Nah.
we had nothing to do. It was quarantine. But we listened to the Talk is Jericho. Funny you mentioned Talk is Jericho. We listened to the one with Ric Flair telling stories about Harley Race. And that one had me dying. Every time Ric Flair imitated Harley Race's voice was fucking funny because probably sounds like some shit he would say. But no, it sounds interesting. I like Talk is Jericho. I have to give that one a spin. But I mean, I understand. Yeah, they were getting used for more like entertainment than sports. And their whole shtick is they're two serious guys, and they obviously love tag team wrestling, and they want it back elevated again. So I don't blame them.
Well, get this. Their final gimmick involved them wearing lipstick and basically looking like jokes coming out to the ring. And Vince McMahon said it with a straight face, they said. But as soon as Dash and Dawson saw that, they started bursting out in laughter, saying, yeah, if this is what you guys want us to do, we'll give you 110%. But ultimately did not keep them in the company.
True. Yep.
The Dark Side of the Ring. Did you catch Herb Abrams and the UWF saga?
Bruh, I ain't never seen so much fake cocaine in my life. Thought I was watching a quick edited version of Scarface up in this bitch. Or fucking Blow. Like my man's was out here chopping at the drop of a dime. Always got a couple of hookers, some coke. I mean, he was living a stereotype, baby. We all say, well, you get some money, what are you gonna do? Hookers and blow, baby. Hookers and blow. I mean, my man was living it. He was about them raps.
Now I know who Zenka looked up to as a child.
I'm saying, if there's anybody Zanka had as a hero, it's that guy. You start your own wrestling company out of nowhere. You do hookers and blow every night.
And you know what's
And
funny?
then, and
It's
then
the confessionals that all the wrestlers did. They're like, "Oh yeah, Herb, he's such a nice guy. He was a sweetheart. He was the life of the
yeah,
party, man. He'll give you the shirt off
yeah,
his back." Smash cuts of the
he can
cutscenes
talk
of
you into
him
anything.
chasing hookers around
Yeah,
with fucking cocaine everywhere and getting crazy and being paranoid.
yeah, yeah, man. That shit was out of bounds, bro. Like that whole thing was out of bounds.
Do you think he really died by getting sodomized by cops?
You know what, man? The way that man looked, I mean, he did jump out of a window butt naked and run down the street to get out of paying a hooker. So I'm gonna say it's in the realm of possibilities.
My God.
I'm just not gonna dispute it. But
Dark Side of the Ring has opened my eyes to so much shit I had no clue that was going on because, like I told you before,
right,
I had no idea who New Jack was. I had no idea the
right,
specifics that happened to Chris Benoit. And then we got the Snuka
right.
murder. And then we got the that dude who slapped John Stossel, that big pussy.
Doctor Death, Doctor Death.
This show is incredible, and I'm guessing the ratings are doing very good. And I heard that the next episode is the Road Warriors,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
so that should be an interesting
Um.
watch.
Yeah. I mean, it's been good since season one. Like I've been telling you, I've seen it since season one. There's some real crazy stories that I've forgot about or didn't even know myself. And they go deep into Sean and Brett with the title in season one. And like I mean, that's not like a too fucked up story, but it's at least a story. Like you get backstage shit. Like um, it's a great show, man. It's crazy. If you're any kind of wrestling mark, you should watch Dark Side of the Ring. Like there's some crazy, crazy stories. But yeah, season three has definitely been ramped up. Like this is a good ass program going on right now.
Well, speaking of Herb Abrams, I believe the pinnacle of his success was getting Andre the Giant. That shocked me that he was
Yeah.
able to lure Andre the Giant away from the WWE. And when he did that, Vince McMahon panicked and was all over that shit. Did you catch that?
Yeah, like instantly, like he said, re-signed Andre and had Andre on WWF television the next night.
It was
The next night.
That's pretty incredible for Vince McMahon to finally wake up and be like, "Oh shit, this dude has money."
Yeah. He'd be like, what the? Yeah, he's like, oh man, ain't nobody got the money to sign Andre. What the fuck? What do you mean he's on some local yokel come up shit?
Well, did you know about the UWF growing up?
No, man. Like I was surprised that they had Cactus Jack like before he was really Cactus Jack. Like that shit shocked the hell out of me. I didn't know about the UWF. Um, like this whole episode was like mind blowing to me. Like the guys that he had wrestling for him. I was like, what the fuck, man? He had like a good little talent pool, and then just shit the bed with it.
And the emotion that all those wrestlers felt when the interviewer asked um, if he was still around today, like what would he be doing?
Right.
You
And
know?
they're like, no, he's not around. Yeah, because like he'd be on TV or something, or he'd call me and say some crazy shit, and we'd laugh about it, even though he fucked me over. Like that shit was crazy, man.
Well, Mick Foley, he said he'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jews, we have a run-in from the great Bretsky 99. How's it going, Brett?
Oh, pretty good. I just finished my last final like about an hour or two ago, so my brain is shot. So I figured, what better place to share my really shitty thoughts than on this podcast?
Well, how do you think you did?
Eh, something. I got a number out of 100, so
Did you at
that'll
least
be
finish it?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's all that
Uh,
matters.
I left two minor things blank, but maybe like 1 point off each out of 100, so that won't matter.
It was your name.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot my name and the date. It was too hard for me.
God, that's always gets you. It always gets you in the end.
Well, Brett, I know you've been studying for the finals, but we went over a couple things. We went over three stories. If you have any thoughts on them, give them to us. One is Nikki Bella announcing she was raped twice in the book that they just released. Two,
What the fuck?
Dark Side of the Ring. Dark Side of the Ring's recent episode with Herb Abrams and the UWF. And also, what was the third story, Caesar? I already forgot.
I don't know. The Revolt with Talk is Jericho.
Yeah, the Talk is Jericho episode with the Revolt.
So I haven't had a chance to see the past two, I think 2 episodes of Dark Side of the Ring, so I'm catching up on those now, so I don't have any thoughts on that yet. I heard a lot of interesting things about the Revolt's interview. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but I just like the fact that they told Vince right out, this gimmick fucking sucks, but we'll do it, and then they decided to pull them from TV.
The gimmick they were proposed, Brett. I don't know if you saw the leaked photos or not, but it involved them looking like drag queens, like they had lipstick on, and it was basically them protesting not wanting to be like all the tag teams of the past. And according to Dash, he busted out in laughter in front of Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon had a straight face because he was serious. But the Revival were just like, this is fucking ridiculous, but we'll give it our all, because we're not coming back. This is it for us.
You know, to be 100% fair, the gimmick idea itself is not terrible, but the fucking attire, Jesus Christ, like it's like a mix between the Vaudevillains and the Rosebuds.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not like the gimmick is fine. Just don't make them look like I'm gonna find them in the back streets of Atlanta,
or find them in a fucking OD'd in the bathroom of a drag bar.
Yeah.
Well, since I have,
but I mean,
yeah, and
well, I'm just saying their gimmick was already, they weren't like other tag teams. They were kind of old school wrestler guys. There was no like real crazy moves off the top and flipping off some ropes, and they were both like fairly regular sized guys. I mean, let's be honest, wrestlers are usually tall, slender, and huge, but they were like just some regular sized guys compared to the other big guys in the WWE. Like they were just old school talented wrestlers. That was already their gimmick. They weren't like other tag teams. So I don't know why you would want to take it that far to put them in makeup and drag. Yeah, but hey, man, Vince does what Vince does. So
I think it's a damn shame.
I mean, it's like,
oh, go ahead, Brett.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Oh, because like I remember like for a while, like I think I was at one of like the SmackDowns they did it, like the Christmas episode when they had like the Revival and a bunch of those gimmick matches where it was like ladder match or like the Miracle on 34th Street fight, all that kind of bullshit. To me, that would make sense. Like if they went crazy because of all the gimmick matches, and then they like, oh, I'm gonna be like, what should I be? Should I be a drag queen? Like, sure, like then you can pass it off, but like when they're being serious, like don't just all of a sudden have them come out one week, with lipstick on, being like, whoa, whoop-de-doo, we like to do ground and pound and other people don't. Whoa, look at us, like don't do that. Like that's just retarded. Like pardon my language, but that's retarded.
Do you know what? If they were gonna dress them up like drag queens, have lipstick on them, and make them look like rejects from a fucking White Snake video, why didn't they do that kind of shit in the Attitude Era? Not now, because kids today aren't gonna get that.
Well, they did with Goldust.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, since we have Bretsky and Caesar here, we're going to do what we do, guys. We're going to kick it off with Money in the Bank predictions. And of course, I'm going to throw out some bullshit arguments. But first, we're going to go.
Hold on. Let me grab my quarter. I'm just joking.
I did.
You got to get 3 quarters for the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I wrote down Jake and Zanka's predictions. They sent us a picture. Oh, by the way, we're doing this Money in the Pod special because Jake told us that there's not going to be a return of the SRAP podcast this week, and possibly not next week because Zanka picked up some extra work in gay porn. No, he's doing construction, and he's not going to be around for a couple weeks. They will return, but in their place, we'll try to do our best.
Cool. Hey man, get that extra money. I ain't never faulting nobody for getting that bread, especially now because times
I'm
are
right
crazy.
here.
No.
So let's kick it off with something that will definitely be in the pre-show because you know how they treat tag teams. The SmackDown
No.
Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way matchup, pinning the New Day, the tag champions, versus Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the Forgotten Sons, and Bretsky's personal favorite, the Lucha House Party. What say you guys?
Oh yes.
How's this gonna end?
It's elimination, right?
Oh, I thought it was a fatal.
Or is it just a 4-way?
Oh, it's
Oh, it's just a fatal 4-way. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Just a fatal 4-way? So first pin wins?
I believe so. Let me double check.
I'm gonna go. I'll go New Day pins Forgotten Sons.
Oh, so Cesar picks New Day. Brett, do I even have to ask?
Well, you already know my pick, and just because to stick with the gimmick, and B, just because I feel like there's actually a shot, I have Lucha House Party pinning Forgotten Sons.
Wow. You know what? I'm gonna go for the asshole pick here. I'm gonna say there's a lot of shenanigans, and I'm gonna say the heels, Miz and Morrison, somehow pull out this victory and rub it in everybody's faces that they are now 2-time tag team champs in the modern era. So I will go with Miz and Morrison. You know who Jake and Zanka both picked?
Who?
Forgotten Sons.
They both picked the Forgotten Sons. That's right.
Figures.
They've been building them, but I just they built the Ascension for like a couple of weeks and then they just killed them. So
I should have prefaced this. The SmackDown and Raw have been seeing the worst ratings in the entire show's runs. So maybe possibly they're gonna try and pull out some really big surprises here, surprise wins to get people to watch the following week. So I mean, Brett might be right, and Zanka and Jake might be right with the Lucha House Party or the Forgotten Sons because they want to do something outside the box since their inside the box thinking has equaled shit ratings. But I digress.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking New Day pins Lucha House Party on some kind of fuck shit because it looks like New Day was feuding with Forgotten Sons, and they might want to continue that going on because maybe Xavier can come back, so it'd be like a 3-on-3 kind of thing. Now that I'm really thinking about it, because he's been gone for a while, and his rehab was like usually around this time or something. So they could always do that to try to get a surprise rating, and then a 3-on-3 for the tag belts. Like you can maybe have a 3-on-3 elimination or some shit like that. Or so actually, I'm gonna go New Day pin Lucha House Party, but I'm gonna say like the Forgotten Sons did their shit on Lucha House Party. It looked like they were gonna win. New Day comes in and steals it. Then they go forward.
It is a fatal 4-way match. I double checked.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Moving on, SmackDown Women's Championship match, hopefully on the main card. Bayley, who's held it for over a year, right? Versus Tamina.
Well, I mean, Money in the Bank will be a year because that's when she won it. Yeah.
That's right.
Except for the fact that she lost it for a few days in the middle to Charlotte. Everyone forgets that.
Holy shit, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Every fucking week it pisses me off because Michael Cole says, "Oh, it's the longest reigning continuous bullshit." Blah blah. No, it fucking wasn't.
You see, Cesar.
Wait, when did she lose it to Charlotte? Hold on, when did she lose it?
No, she cashed in on Charlotte at Money in the Bank.
Right.
Or no, cashed in on because Charlotte beat Becky. She cashed in on Charlotte. The next pay-per-view, I think Charlotte won it so she could become 10-time champ. And then the next SmackDown, Bayley won it back because she turned heel.
Oh, that's right.
Good.
That's right.
Forgot about that.
Jesus Christ.
You see, Caesar,
I forgot about that. You're right.
that's why Bresky's taking finals and we're getting drunk at home.
I'm getting drunk at home. Yeah.
Don't trust me. Our brains are probably at the same level right now.
Oh, man. I totally forgot about that. So, yeah. All right.
So who you got taking this, Bretsky, Bailey, or Tamina?
You know, I gotta go with my heart. I gotta go with my heart here. I gotta pick my favorite my favorite wrestler, second only to the best in the world, Shane McMahon. I gotta go Tamina
Tamina.
because she's just the best, and it's her time. Damn it.
Well, Cesar, what I didn't mention was that I'm asking these predictions possibly out of order. The women's Money in the Bank match might have already taken place, so
All right.
we're not factoring
Oh fuck.
as well.
Right.
But what do you think, Cesar?
You know what, man? They just put that Snuka Dark Side of the Ring on. Then they bring Tamina back. And now she's in a championship match. Like, when's the last time she's been in a championship match? Like, a one-on-one championship match.
Never.
Yeah. I mean, she's at least getting a title shot. Bailey's had it for so long. Then maybe you can, if you want to drum up some heat, Tamina wins it. And then Sasha takes it off of her. So then now it's back with Bailey and Sasha, but Sasha has the belt. So maybe, I don't know, man. There's so many possibilities.
That's true. I forgot.
I'm gonna vote Tamina.
I forgot about the Sasha.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote Tamina. Just cause on a whim. Just because there's more future possibilities of entertainment if you have Bailey lose to Tamina. Just that. For my personal entertainment, I'm voting Tamina.
Don't forget that randomly Lacey Evans is kind of sort of with Tamina, not really, but kind of. So,
Yeah, room for possibilities. I'm voting Tamina.
Okay, I'm not gonna dump some fuck shit on you guys. I'm going Tamina as well. I want Tamina. I want Tamina to win so bad because she's 40 years old. She's probably on her way out. However, fuck shit will happen afterwards. I will vote for Tamina. However, I'm just gonna move on to my next match and my pick for women's Money in the Bank. Nia Jax wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on Tamina, ruins that story for Tamina. However, Tamina does get glory for 30 seconds. My pick for the women's Money in the Bank is Nia Jax. Let me read off all the competitors here. Oh, by the way, Jake and Zanka picked Bailey to win.
Yeah, okay.
Boo.
Women's
We don't care.
Money in the Bank ladder match. Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Asuka, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. Oh crap, I didn't even realize Lacey Evans was in this. It just opened up a whole new possibility in my brain. But go ahead, Bretsky. Who's winning this women's Money in the Bank ladder match?
Well, the thing is, they kind of fucked themselves into a corner because you can't have Shayna lose. You can't have Asuka lose. You can't really have Nia lose. So,
You can have Nia lose. Nia can't get her fat ass up that ladder. You can have her lose.
That's true, yeah. But I'm torn between. I feel like actually, you know what? I feel like they're gonna use this as a launching pad for a Asuka versus Shayna. So they'll distract each other so that neither of them wins. And I think that I'm gonna go with Lacey Evans.
Yeah, I should have.
But it's a crapshoot.
I should have thought about that because Bretsky reminded us that Lacey Evans is sort of teaming with Tamina. So, predictable WWE booking, they could have Lacey win the Money in the Bank and then have Tamina versus Bailey afterwards. Tamina wins a title. Lacey Evans comes down. People are thinking, oh, she's going to cash in, but she hugs her and is like, oh, congratulations, Tamina. And then she cracks Tamina in the skull with the fucking Money in the Bank and cashes in right there. That's a pretty good possibility of happening. But Cesar, What say you, my friend?
I mean, in theory, she could do the same thing to Bailey after she beats Tamina
Yeah,
and still crack in and cash in on Bailey. She can pull technically at Bailey since Bailey won the last women's Money in the Bank and cashed in on Charlotte after a match. She could technically do that too. Yeah, thinking about it, man, Lacey kind of makes the most sense. Like, especially, all right, are we sure they're doing both of these at the same time? Is that like that's the rumor, but is there any like confirmed to that?
I've heard it once, and then I forgot who in the chat agreed. But Bretsky, have you heard anything about that? Both Money in the Bank matches happening at the same time. It's supposed to be like a cinematic experience again.
It makes sense for that to be, but I haven't heard anything.
Okay, because like if they happen at the same time, then in my head I'm going Lacey because yeah, like you said, Shayna and Asuka are going to cancel each other out, and then I think Carmella and Dana, since they're trying to be like a tag team or whatever, they're going to cancel each other out, and then you can see if they're happening at the same time. If two people are on a ladder, Nia like knocks over like trying to knock over some chick that's on a ladder with some dude, and then Nia beats up one of the guys in the Money in the Bank. So Nia can take hits from the men. That's how they get her out. And then obviously Lacey's like the only one not canceled out, so she can run up the ladder and just at least get the women's, and then turn around and cash in on Bailey, or just threaten Bailey like on SmackDown for the next couple of weeks whenever she wants to with that briefcase, knowing that she can cash it in and win it. So yeah, I'm also going to pick Lacey. That's actually a good pick.
Plus, as you know, the built-in feud that's gone on over a year, I believe. I think Nia Jax is already set up to take on Becky Lynch as it is. So the whole Lacey
Right.
Evans winning thing makes a ton of sense. But I guess we
Mm-hmm.
shall see this Sunday. Let's hop on over to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match before we get any further, since they're taking place at the same time. Oh, Jake picked Nia and Zanka picked Asuka, by the way.
All right.
Men's Money in the Bank. Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Otis, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Men's Money in the Bank. Who is taking this? Bretsky.
See, if you asked me this before Raw, I would have said Aleister, but after Raw, it has to be AJ Styles. Because even though you'll never really bury him, if he lost that buried alive match and then loses this match that he just came out for, then he's just kind of like he has zero momentum even for him. So it has to be AJ.
Caesar.
I was thinking that too, but he came out wearing that OC shirt, man, and they just got fired. And you know how
Maybe they're
what
gonna come back.
publicly.
Maybe they're not really fired. Maybe they wanted to get a couple of good talking shop episodes uncensored, and now they're going to come back.
I thought Carl Anderson like moved back to Japan or something.
No, not yet. I mean, you can't really move right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a point. Good point. You can't really go over there. Yeah, that's actually a very very solid point. Yeah, same way. Like, all right. So if Apollo Trash was not injured and he was still in this match, then obviously you got to say Corbin. I mean, Daniel Bryan. How's Daniel Bryan and Braun Strowman really going to have a match? I guess. But then that's only good if the Fiend actually beats Strowman. Well, yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Brock is a better athlete than Braun Strowman. He's got cut now, so he's all right. But
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Bryan only makes kind of sense if the Fiend beats. But then how's he still going to put the Fiend down for 30 seconds? Well, Goldberg did. All right. Yeah. Anyway, my pick is AJ Styles, of course. Like, come on, you got to give him the briefcase. Him and Drew are fuck it. I don't care. Him and Strowman. I don't care if he wants to go back to SmackDown. He ain't got shit to do. I like that. I like AJ. But yeah, if Apollo Trash was in it, my pick was either Daniel Bryan or Corbin. Like that's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay.
But it's definitely AJ.
Everyone, okay. Jake picked Alistair. Zanka picked King Corbin. You guys picked AJ. I want to do some outside the box thinking here, but seeing as how the Raw ratings are dog shit, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going with AJ as well. But let me throw some theories out here. Uh,
Could make a case for Brian.
Rey Mysterio's only in this match so he can get tossed around. I believe
True.
so. King
Yep.
Yeah.
Corbin as well. Sadly, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, and Otis are only in this match to take the most damage because Otis is a big fucking mega pounder
Yeah.
that can take it. King Corbin's the heel that everybody wants to see get his ass kicked. And Rey Mysterio is basically a lawn dart. So Alistair, people, it's going to be down to Alistair and AJ to win this. However, I think AJ will take it because he will have some kind of advantage somehow. Maybe he has a weapon. Daniel Bryan's in there because him and AJ are going to beat the shit out of each other. But I think in the end, for ratings, AJ Styles takes it. AJ Styles, Mr. Money in the Bank. Final answer.
All right, but so who do you think would have won if it was Apollo Trash? You really think it'd have been Alistair? Are we just not giving DB any kind of credit? Like, does he not have a case?
But he's going on. He said like he's going on hiatus, especially with like Brie pregnant again and all that shit. So like other than like I feel like he doesn't need it. Like he's at the point in his career where he's doing the stuff with Gulak, and he's really focused more on like the mid card, like Sami Zayn helping out those other guys. So I don't think he really needs that, and I don't think it would make sense for him to have that with him.
If he's going on hiatus, why not come back with a fucking briefcase?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, you have a point. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him win it, but I just feel like it's the
I mean,
least.
Daniel
I
the
feel
least
like
obvious.
I feel like it's unlikely. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
I agree with Brett with Daniel Bryan. He doesn't really need it. And if you noticed
Mm-hmm.
recently, Daniel Bryan's been putting over other guys. So I don't think he really cares to get this briefcase, and I don't think ratings will go up if you see this goat face kid
Daniel Bryan with
in
it.
the briefcase again.
Yeah.
Speaking of goat face, Alistair would be a good winner as well, but Alistair's more like a get in your face killer instead of a I'm gonna cash this briefcase in kind of guy.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. He's not like the sneak attack guy. He's the
Right.
I want to
Right.
fight you
Which is
guy.
why Corbin, and AJ are definitely more likely to. I mean, I think it's besides the Rumble, it's like the only other big thing AJ hasn't won. So might as well give him this if you're never going to give him a Rumble.
Do you think we see any Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville shenanigans for Otis?
Well, possibly. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, what do they do? Just going to run out? Like Sonya Deville,
Jump
like
out from
Dolph
under a
was
desk.
just yeah. Is Dolph just going to like appear out the elevator at the top and like kick Otis off the ladder, and then yeah, Mandy just it comes out under a desk. What is this, like some secretary porn? She's just sucking off Vince under the desk.
Such good shit.
She's just like, oh shit, I gotta go. My on-screen boyfriend needs my help. Yeah, some shit like that. Sonya actually comes out of like a closet or something and gets in the elevator and goes up. Like you see her like stumbling over mops and shit. She's in the janitor closet. I mean, I don't know.
Well, to be fair, they did say there would be booby traps, so I feel like there's a good chance.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, moving on to the Universal Championship match that no one really gives a shit about. Braun Strowman is facing Sweater Bray, I believe, for the Universal
Is it
Championship.
Sweater Bray?
I think so because the website didn't say The Fiend. It just said Bray Wyatt and it showed Sweater Bray. I don't think the rivalry has gotten to the Fiend point yet. Cesar, what do you think's going to happen on this match?
I mean, I don't know. You're gonna have the Fiend lose his. I mean, the Fiend possibly loses 2 matches in a row. Well, no, it wouldn't be a row. He beat John Cena, so I guess yeah. But I mean, these are very quick losses, though. I mean, like he lost to Saudi, he beat Cena, he loses to Braun.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm under the impression that it will be Sweater Bray. I could be wrong though.
Right, but I mean, still in the record books counts as a loss. I mean, I'm gonna say Braun because I don't know. I don't think they want to give the belt back to the Fiend quite yet, or take it off Braun quite yet. Like so I'm gonna say Braun just because he just won it. So let him at least try to get a run with it. I mean, yeah, ratings are low, but man just got the title. It's not his fault. Rona's out here fucking shit up.
Well, Brett,
So
do you think Brett, do you think Braun is an actual champ, or do you think he's a transitional champ?
I Well, the thing is like I think that it's tough because like he probably is a transitional champ, but Vince likes him enough already to where he probably could hold on to it for a little bit. Um, the thing is, if it's Sweater Bray, we already saw Sweater Bray beat the Miz, so you can't have the argument that he's like the weaker version because he already beat the Miz. But I feel like there's gonna be some fuck shit. I feel like it's too soon for this feud to end. And they jump started this feud way too fast. I feel like maybe Braun has like some flashbacks of being in the Wyatt family, and he puts on the lights go out, he comes out with the black sheep mask on again. He's like it's all spooked, whatever. Some DQ thing. I think they're gonna have to like end this at SummerSlam or a bigger show. But I feel like I'm gonna say that Braun wins. No, I'm gonna say that Bray wins, but by DQ.
Interesting. Do
yeah, I can get down with it.
you guys think that if it is Sweater Bray, that they should end this match in a normal match, Fiend versus Braun, or do you think it needs a gimmick for this rivalry to end?
They'll probably give it a gimmick for the ratings, but I mean, for the rivalry to end, I think it'll at least have a gimmick. But I mean, this match, yeah, it's just a normal match, right? Just for the title.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I kind of agree with Bretsky on. Yeah, they pulled the trigger on this too quick.
I'll say that
Um,
I'll say Braun wins, but by DQ. I'll say Braun wins by DQ because Bray does some weird shit with the puppets or freaks them out somehow or does something stupid just to make the rivalry more intense. I'll say Bray gets DQ'd, Braun wins, retains, yada yada.
well, I mean, if we're playing DQ rules, then it doesn't really matter. Like Bray could lose. I mean, Bray could win by DQ, and you still don't take the title. So if we're playing DQ rules, I don't really think it matters
I
unless you're really counting wins and losses.
I think that
Because that's I mean the only reason for Braun to like give Bray a rematch or to keep it going is if somehow Braun gets DQ'd on some fuck shit. So Bray's like, well, I've never lost to you. You know what I'm saying? And you still got something I want.
well, my thinking was that in order for this feud to carry on to SummerSlam, which I believe
Yeah,
is correct. Oh, wait a minute. The next pay per view is Extreme Rules, right?
yeah, yeah.
So what if this does go on to Extreme Rules? They bring the Fiend in, and it's like I don't know what fucking Inferno match, or I don't know what the fuck they'll do, and that
Right.
I just think they're gonna try and carry this rivalry on. So some fuck shit's gonna happen to make the rivalry more intense, to give it a purpose to be, to carry on.
No, yeah, I understand that, and that's where I'm trying to say that too. But like, if Braun wins, even by Bray cheating somehow, why would I give you a rematch? I'm just saying. Technically, I won. Why should
Well,
I let you challenge for the title again? Versus if
well, because
Braun loses, because Braun's like, well, I didn't
Braun's
beat you.
babyface. Yeah, Braun just was like the heroic babyface, like, oh, I want to beat you the right way, that kind of bullshit.
I guess.
He's
But Braun's whole thing is that he knows he can beat Bray, so fine, I'll prove it to you. But I don't know. I don't know. I never really like when the champ wins by DQ? Because for me, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll
Well,
beat you.
you know why
Doesn't matter if it's by DQ or win.
you know why we're talking like this is because WWE's fucking programmed us to think this way because it's happened
Yeah.
so many times. That's why we're thinking in this direction because WWE does not think outside the box.
Yeah. Right. I mean, at least I figure like
Exactly.
if Bray wins by DQ, that's in my mind. That's more of a reason to be like, I'm gonna win the title. I'm technically the number one contender. I beat you. Yeah, it was by DQ, so you really have to fight me without any rules, and then it's Extreme Rules. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that kind of makes sense here. Like logically, I guess I'm trying to use logic in an illogical place.
No, I'm along the same lines with that. I mean, they're not going to end it at Money in the Bank. They're gonna push it. They're gonna push it out. I think I agree with the DQ for Bray winning though.
You know, it would be kind of weird. I just got this thought in my head. This match ends in a DQ. It moves on to Extreme Rules, and they say it's a last man standing match. So Bray and Braun beat the fuck out of each other, and they both don't answer the count. And King Corbin wins Money in the Bank, and then comes down and steals it.
Or maybe even AJ.
Yeah.
Or whoever wins it. Yeah. That would be lit.
Otis just comes out.
That'd be good.
One of them.
Yeah. Otis comes out, hits the worm, and
fucking wins.
I don't.
Oh my god!
Next fucking Universal Champion.
Yo, if Otis wins Money in the Bank, Twitter will melt.
I appreciate your optimism, Brett, but you know that ain't gonna happen.
No, I know man. Twitter will melt. I guarantee you, SmackDown views will be way up. Yeah. Way up. SmackDown views will be way up if Otis wins that briefcase.
Absolutely. And it would be fucking hilarious.
Otis opens the briefcase, there's a fucking sandwich in there and shit.
Exactly. All the shit you could do with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, moving on to the WWE Championship matchup. Oh, Jake and Zanka picked Braun, by the way.
Okay. All right.
Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Bretsky, how does this finish? How does the night end?
This ends with Murphy turning on Rollins to help Drew win.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's how it ends.
Talk
because
about
fucking AOP can't stay out of the hospital apparently, so they're gone. Who else are they gonna give to Rollins? The gimmick is good, the Messiah gimmick is fine, but I feel like Murphy's out of place there now, and all the shit they've been doing on Raw, where it's like Murphy took the bullet, Murphy do this, Murphy's doing that, and it's like I feel like he's just I feel like they've gotten him to where like it could be him versus Rollins for a while, and those would be fucking excellent matches. So I think that'll be like Rollins wants Murphy to do this, he gets distracted because Murphy won't do it, then Claymore 1, 2, 3.
That's a good theory. Cesar, what say you?
I don't know who AOP is. On this podcast, they are AOT. They're the authors of trash. And I don't know how they didn't get fired.
Hey, wait a minute. Are they related to Apollo Trash?
They're like black people play cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like their father and Apollo's father both went to middle school together and known each other since then. So they like play cousins on that side. Like,
it's like a Usos house. Usos and Roman Reigns.
Well, Usos thing is actually blood related, but yeah, it's like that too. Yeah. They play cousins. That's what we call in the streets, play cousins. Yeah, same. No lineage, but it kind of all matches together. I like Bretsky's idea. I think this is kind of like a Bray Braun thing to me. Like they pulled the trigger on this too quick as well. Like this would be better for like a SummerSlam or something, or like they draw this out somehow. I think it would have been better if somehow like Seth would have been fucking with Drew, and then like he sends Murphy in for like this match, and then somehow they have like an Extreme Rules match where it keeps the feud going, and then like maybe a big blow off at SummerSlam. Like that would be dope, and that would be like the part where Murphy turns on Seth. Like Yeah, because he keeps just throwing him in the way or trying to like soften up Drew for him to beat him. I like that theory though. I like the theory that Murphy turns on Seth and it gives Drew the win. That's actually really good.
So do you pick?
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew. It's his first real title defense in pay-per-view. I say he beats him. Yeah, somehow Murphy distracts Seth or something, so it's some fuck shit, but he still gets a win, and that way Seth can still like talk his way out of it on Monday.
Okay,
But yeah,
Yeah, like maybe Murphy like doesn't turn on him yet, but like he tries to distract the ref and ends up fucking Rollins over, something like that.
yeah, like at least something like that. Yeah.
Okay, here's where I reach into my cupboard and grab a nice can of fuck shit because all four of you picked Drew. So I'm gonna have to go with Seth on this one because
All right.
okay, they made us think that Drew is unstoppable. Not only did he beat Brock Lesnar, but he beat Big Show in the same fucking night. So how are we supposed to believe that Seth Rollins has a fucking chance in hell against Drew? Well, Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy is the ace in the hole for Seth. So I think that Seth Rollins wins the matchup because Buddy Murphy helps him. Because how else are we supposed to believe that Seth Rollins has a sliver's chance in hell against a man who took out the Beast and the Big Show in the same night? I'm surprised
Well, it was different.
trying to get us to think that way. Seth Rollins is nothing compared to what that's 900 pounds of human that Drew took out at WrestleMania. So the only shot in hell that Seth Rollins has is Buddy Murphy. Maybe Seth abuses Buddy Murphy, and it plants that seed for a future Buddy Murphy turn. But I don't think it's going to be this night.
Interesting.
Yeah, Seth beat Brock last year, man.
He kicked him in the nards.
Yeah.
He still won. Still won.
Yeah, but Big Show didn't
Still
come out
took
and
the
slap
same.
him in the face.
Still took the same amount of finishers. I think it was 4 claymores and 4 stomps. I think it's
It was, yeah.
yeah, it was 4 foot moves. So how about that shit?
You know
To
that
fuck with your theory.
garbage, Cesar.
Brock has a foot fetish.
Brock has a foot fetish. Yeah, he can't beat foot moves. See, AJ tried to beat him with the elbow, but Brock's real weakness is foot finishers. That's what it is.
Well, it should be interesting nonetheless. I know that Cesar is going to come up with some hashtags for us, Brett. You see, I know that hashtags don't really matter because the the SRAP podcast hasn't been back for a while, but I mean, we could still have fun with it somehow. We'll think of something.
We'll either think of something or we'll just have to wait till they actually come back, and then they'll mention how they've not been back, and then we'll just write them then.
Well, Brett, did you catch NXT or AEW?
I caught snippets from Instagram and the such, but not the entire shows.
Well, do you want to hear me wax poetic, or do you have to go?
No, dude, I'm free for the next 12 days before I start summer class, so go ahead.
Alrighty, let's get into it then. NXT for the night. Tom Phillips opens the show. Thankfully, Beth and Morrow are still there on commentary. I love it because Morrow and Beth together, I think, bring a lot to the show. Johnny Gargano. I'm loving his new theme song. Him and Candice's new theme song. I gotta buy that shit. I love it. It's intense. It's evil. It fits their characters. Versus Dominic Dijakovic. Haha.
I think you missed the syllable, but all right. Yeah.
Johnny Gargano's new initials are TJGW. The Johnny Gargano way. Cesar. Did you like this match?
I liked it. I told you my drunk ass was writing some notes. My handwriting gets real fucked up when I'm drunk reading this sober.
I can relate.
I should have been drinking so I could read this. Yeah, I wrote down new music for Johnny. I dig it. And I wrote down Double D because I did not know how to spell that shit. Double D is that dude. Yo, my man Dijakovic is he is that dude, man. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, This guy is looking like he can't have bad matches. I mean, I think he had one with Cameron Grimes, but you know how I feel about Cameron Grimes. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I mean, him and Johnny, this was really good. I feel like NXT is like giving away free money, having like really good matches on TV that if we were honestly doing this would be like takeover worthy matches. Um, the whole match was good. Um, Johnny, like, yeah, went to the legs. When Dijakovic hit that flip to land on his legs, I got out of the corner and still sold the knee. That shit was dope. And now Johnny has finally named that DDT thing he does as like a finisher. I kind of like that. It's a move and not just like, figure out a way to get stuck in the Gargano escape.
Dominic
So I really enjoyed it. I liked it.
Dominic is NXT's Dolph Ziggler. He puts on incredible matches but loses all of them.
True.
This matchup looked like Dominic fighting his little brother. That's how tiny Johnny was. But like you said, this was takeover quality. I love these two guys. They put on a hell of a match. Of course, Candace comes out to provide a distraction. Dominic, my favorite move he does is not the feast your eyes. My favorite move he does is the spinning big boot. I love that move because
Oh yeah,
I'm a fan of the
yeah.
Claymore, and this dude can do a spinning Claymore basically, and it was fucking.
Basically, yeah. That shit
Uh,
looked so good yesterday. So yeah.
he nailed that shit, man. And Johnny eventually exposes the turnbuckle, smashes Dominic's head into it, and he hits the final beat, which is jumping, draping DDT, I believe, for the win.
Mhm.
Uh, this was an incredible matchup. I would give it, if it was a slice rating, I would give it 5.5. What do you think, Cesar?
Yeah, I'd give it at least 6.
Brett, did you catch any clips of this?
No, I heard about it. It's on my DVR, so I'm not going to go back and watch it later today or tomorrow. But I'm, if you put those two in a ring, you're not going to have a bad match. So do it as many times as you want.
Well, Johnny's character work is so great that we always think to ourselves, okay, what is Johnny gonna do now? He's done everything in NXT. And then he turns around and does this shit, and you're like, this guy's fine. He's fine. He can be in NXT forever. He's gonna reinvent himself. Johnny Gargano's character work is flawless. His wrestling is flawless. Dominic needs some character work, but his wrestling work is phenomenal. It was a great way to kick
Hmm.
off the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely a great way to kick off the show.
We got an Imperium
I
video.
feel like
No, go for it, Brett.
I was gonna say I feel like Dijakovic should be a heel though. Like if his whole gimmick is like, oh, feast your eyes on this, feast your eyes, like shouldn't like that's like a heel gimmick. So that's the one thing I don't like about him.
Well, he was, but I think the crowd just eventually he won over the crowd, like kind of like when AJ went heel, and then you realize, man, this guy's fucking great. Like even as a heel, he's fucking great, and his matches are great. So you kind of cheer for him. The same way everybody yells Adam Cole, baby, when he gets in the ring. He's clearly a heel, but
Yeah.
you want to like sing along and you want to yell boom when he does it. You like the UE because their matches are never bad. Like all those dudes are heels, but they have phenomenal matches, and you're there for the entertainment, but you're mostly there for the wrestling. And if the wrestling's top notch, it's like, how can I really hate this guy? Like I know I shouldn't like him, but when he gets in the ring, it's just too good. How can I hate him?
You know what
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think Dominic is going to keep losing, and eventually he's going to snap and turn full heel again, and just
Turn heel.
still
Yeah,
start. He'll start cheating again, and maybe that'll bring back
yeah.
his ultimate heel gimmick. But after the matchup, we get an Imperium video promo challenging Riddle and Thatcher for the tag team championships. That would be an incredible match, but I guess we're not going to see a takeover for a while. Do you think that'll be a NXT episode, or do you think they're going to sit on this, Cesar?
Yeah, I think they said no. They said next week.
Oh, they're challenging next week.
Yeah, I saw like a thing. I can't remember. It's later in the show, but it said And when like it was like after this mess, and it was like after they had their promo or whatever, it was like, yeah, and this is up for next week. Imperium faces Matt Riddle and Thatcher for the NXT Tag Championships.
Have Riddle and Thatcher have any other rivals, or has it only been Imperium? Who did they fight that one time? Oh, the Undisputed Era. That's right.
They fought the Undisputed Era, and then I think they fought somebody else too.
Well,
I can't remember. Did they fight only Orkin and them? I don't know.
it's possible.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
commercial break, we get the power of Tozawa. You gotta love Morrowisms there. Versus Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Bretsky, are you fans of either of these guys? They've been in the cruiserweight division for so long. Could you imagine them ever having a bad match, or are you fast forwarding this if you do watch it?
I'm a huge fan of Tozawa. He's great. I mean, they don't know how to build Japanese stars, but like I heard Heyman's really big on him. He's a I will, even when like he jobs out, his job matches are phenomenal, like phenomenal job matches. Like I'll always tune into a Tozawa match. Gallagher, I mean, he's okay. I mean, his initial character work when he first got to the cruiserweight area was good. It's just been really confusing, like following all with cruiserweight stories, because like some days the guy's a heel, some days the guy's a face, some days Brian Kendrick's there, you know. So I don't mean he's good, but I would not fast forward that. I mean, I'm sure it was good, but you know, I care more about Tozawa than I do about Gallagher for sure.
Well, Cesar, are you a fan of this Gentleman Jack, or are you a fan of the old Gentleman Jack from the Cruiserweight Classic?
I like the old Gentleman Jack. I feel like that's way more his character that he got over and built up, and this is like WWE Gentleman Jack, which is like very watered down. I will say, yeah, Bretsky, don't fast forward during this match because my notes were cruiserweight match was quick. Real quick. So I would say don't fast forward through it. Don't need to. That's just a waste of battery life hitting your remote. This match was quick. But Tozawa, like you said, Tozawa was great, man. Like I feel like he's finding his own again. Like when he was on Raw, he got with Titus, he was still like good, but they weren't getting any time. And even though this match was quick, it was like good and quick though. Like they got their shit in real quick. And I dig it though. But Tozawa was awesome.
If I wasn't doing this Wednesday review show, I would have hit fast forward, skipped the Tozawa match, skipped the Xia Li match, and went straight to Karrion Kross. But you're right. If you tap that fast forward button, you will miss this match. It was basically Tozawa defeating Gentleman Jack with the DDT on the apron, which was a little sloppy, but then he hit the senton. Tozawa wins. He has a 2-0 record. He's interviewed afterwards, and he basically just says, I will beat you, Phantasma, which should be easy because it's not like Phantasma's been knocking anyone's socks off lately.
Nope.
Cesar, can you predict who's going to win that matchup? I'm guessing you agree.
Yeah, Tozawa should go 3-0.
Could it be Tozawa versus Kushida?
Oh, I think that'll be a great match. But I think they're gonna try to do some fuck shit and have Kushida lose a match or something.
Agreeing with
maybe he loses the Maverick. That shit would be funny as shit.
Well, agreeing with Bretsky here, if as long as they keep Vince McMahon away from the Tozawa Kushida match, it will be great.
Yeah.
Give them the entire fucking episode of NXT.
It possibly could. I mean, the Kushida's been
2 hours. That's a double Iron Man match.
Give him 2 hours. I don't care. Give him Raw. Make him fight from NXT to SmackDown to Raw. I will still watch it.
It'll be a must-see match.
That'd be a lit show. They gotta fight in the truck while he's driving with the ring. And then they sped it up, and then the guys come out of catering, still eating chicken and fighting. They get in the ring and SmackDown.
Throwing pies at Kevin Owens.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he comes back just to get a pie thrown at him and leaves again. You know what? I'm going back on sabbatical.
Hold on.
Who is it?
Hold on a second, guys.
Somebody's home.
Something else happened.
Daddy's home. I mean, this match was really quick. I'm saying like super quick.
I mean, yeah, I won't fast forward to them. That's the problem with a lot of these matches. I'll fast forward Raw sometimes. And I was like, all of a sudden, be on like 3 segments past it.
Yeah, like you're like, what? I wasn't. Yeah, you go look on your phone to see who the hell's blowing up the chat, and then you look up back up at Raw, and you're like, what the fuck? I missed like this whole
Yeah, like, wait
intro.
a minute. When the fuck did this guy get out of here? Like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
you realize you have it on like 8 fast forward, and you missed like 2 matches because they
The
were quick.
capture card just showed up. The one.
Yeah, buddy,
AEW.
just in time.
Everything's been recorded already, so it's a little too late. But next week's Dynamite will look fantastic.
Nice.
Well, moving on, Xia Li takes on Chelsea Green with Bradley Cooper coming out introducing her. The Robert Stone brand, another missable matchup, but Aaliyah, who is Xia Li's rival, comes out and distracts, and Chelsea hits the worst unprettier of all time. Did you catch that, Cesar?
I'll just read you my notes, which I thought were very funny because this literally was just what happened in the ring. So my notes were Robert Stone comes out, and I literally write down, is Robert Stone going to sign anyone else? Then the match happens, and then Aaliyah comes out, and then Mauro talks about that like after the match. He's like, could Aaliyah be possibly catching some Robert Stone brand action or something? I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. And then I just wrote, shitty, I'm prettier ever. No.
It was awful. It was if there was a Razzie Award for the worst move of all time, Chelsea Green would nail it.
Definitely.
But
hey, the guy was just depressed that Ryder got released.
Nah, right, yeah. That's gotta be a blow.
She's giving.
I mean, Chelsea Green needs to go to backstage to learn how to throw an unprettier. Christian needs to teach this how.
Yeah.
And if Chelsea and Aaliyah align, they could be the new Iconics and be the heel women's tag team.
True.
But
True.
Bradley Cooper picks up Aaliyah, basically foreshadowing that she might join. Then we get a Velveteen backstage promo. He's talking all this nonsense about going up against Adam Cole. Of course, this whole time I'm thinking, you know what you did, Velveteen? You are not winning this match.
Oh boy.
After the commercial break, we get a hell of a debut. Cesar, I'll let you go first on this one. What did you think of Karrion Kross and Scarlett's entrance?
So my notes say they're not going to do this entrance every time, right? Fairly long entrance. I thought it was great for a debuting entrance. But I was like, they're not going to do this every time. Like that's really, really obnoxious.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I liked it, but I was like, they're not doing this every time. They're not doing this every single time.
Brett, did you catch any of this?
I saw it because I heard that it was happening, and I agree. Like, if they do this, like, even next week, it would just be like, okay, like shut the fuck up. We get it. But, it was really, like, if you want to find a way to introduce someone and immediately have them be, like, a star in your company, you have them do exactly what they did. You have them attack one of your top guys, in Tommaso Ciampa, and then you have them come out like this, like a fucking cinematic, whole production worth of entrance. This was great. Scarlett looked hot, as usual. Cross looked menacing. It's great. Just don't do it every week.
I agree.
See, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it every week.
I was talking to Franco about this. I said that Scarlett mouthing the words was really corny as fuck. That was corny as fuck.
Yeah.
But then
that was the one thing I didn't like about it.
But
yeah, because it looked like she was mouthing the words and not singing along to the music.
That must have been funny to watch in person, by the way. If you were like the cameraman doing that, how could you not laugh?
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you how I can laugh, because you have her fucking husband staring a bullet through you.
That
Yeah,
dude,
with those fucking crazy eyes. All right, his crazy eyes in the ring, where I couldn't stop looking at his eyes. Like it was just like, yeah, these are some weird, crazy eyes.
that guy legit looks insane.
True,
I guess
true.
that's what makes his
He,
character so great. But yeah,
it's great.
everything else after the mouthing of the words, I was a fan of, like the smoke and the intensity and the theatrics. I loved it. And then poor Leon Ruff, I wrote his name down as soon as the guy said it because I don't even think they had the name card for him. He got murdered.
Nope. Yep.
Cross hits the cross jacket, which is again
Yeah, I wrote that down.
the
That's his finisher, the cross jacket. Yeah.
pure Fuda clutch, the coquina clutch, and now we got the cross jacket. Apparently, the rear
Mm.
naked choke is the most devastating submission in all of sports entertainment. But
Put it on the list. Put it on the list with the surprise roll up.
I know it was their debut, but I am shocked that Tommaso didn't come out.
No, no, I'm fine with it. It's a clean debut. That's what you want. You don't want to start
Yeah,
no fuck shit. Like wait till next week to start some fuck shit. But it was a clean debut. Gets him a win in the book. Theatric debut. I like that. Um, just basically beat the fuck out of somebody. He finally changed his Instagram name, so it's carrying the cross now.
Well, let me ask you
Um,
guys. Let me ask both of you. Do either of you have a problem with Karrion Cross, or is it cool with you guys? The name.
I'll
yeah, I
say
don't really care.
this. I don't. At first, I was like, "Oh, that's stupid." Like, change your. But then he explained it. He actually explained the reason behind it, like on Instagram or Twitter or something, and it actually makes a lot of sense with the character. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's somewhere, right? But that he explained like the origin of the name Carrion or something like that, and it actually made it a lot cooler and from my perspective. So I don't mind it.
I'll look that up then. But I guess when they kept saying it, like I don't know, I just got used to it. The way you got used to Aleister Black instead of Tommy End. I mean, you just got to roll with it. Um,
That's
so
true.
I
yeah,
didn't
when they change their name like that, I just roll with it.
I didn't see the video, Brett, about him explaining his name, but when I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, he's carrying a cross. He's carrying a cross. He's bearing a cross. Okay, I get it." So I
Yeah.
didn't really care. Plus, I'm not familiar with Killer Cross, so anything I see is brand new to my eyes with this guy, and I love it. We finally get to see Scarlett's anus on that rope. That's also great. Uh, but
I
great.
cannot believe they're letting her be herself in WWE. Like she is barely changed her like the way she acts from TNA and all that shit. So thank God.
Well, hopefully it
It's
gets
like if
more.
they
Right.
made her if they made her PG it down, that would be terrible.
Do you think?
Right. I think she lost. She lost the last name though, so she already got that gimmick.
Probably because Vince can't say
Like
it.
they're just calling her Scarlet. Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
calling her
Vince can't say
Scarlet.
it.
Vince is like, what's a board ducks? I don't know what a board duck.
Yeah.
Vince
Get rid of
Vince
that.
can
I
say
didn't take
Dijakovic,
French.
but he can't say Bordeaux.
Yeah. I didn't take French, bitch. You're losing that. Scarlet. There it is. Kick rocks.
After the debut,
Hey, at least they didn't make her change her name to like Red or Maroon or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, you got a point. Hot fuchsia.
it's rojo. It's rojo Bordeaux.
Rojo. No, you mix it. Rojo Bordeaux.
After the
Jesus Christ.
after the debut, we get a Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher interview. Timothy Thatcher stating, "You knocked them out, I'll tap them out." So I guess the match is happening. This is going to be a hard hitting matchup. Imperium is great. Uh, Riddle and Thatcher, great. I'm looking forward to this match. I guess this is the point where they mentioned it was next week, right, Cesar?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Once again, a takeover match that they're giving away for free money. Free money.
Io Shirai. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my voice. I think it's my wife spraying all her fucking hair product upstairs. Io Shirai versus Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's Championship. Cesar, did you think Io had a shot in hell?
No, no, not one bit. Not one bit. I do have in my notes here because I watched AEW first, so we'll obviously get to that point. Um, they had this at the top of the hour. It was like exactly 9 o'clock when like Rio got into the ring, and then Charlotte came out. So it was like I was like, all right, top of the hour, the new champ. I like that. Versus like AEW had Moxley come out. It was like 8:40.
Did
I
you
was like,
say
what if somebody
Riho?
missed the first hour? So what?
Did you say Riho?
No, Rio. Or yeah,
Io.
Io. Fucking, I don't know the bitch name. Let's call her Flippy Bitch. Um, so yeah, they had her. They had like this match at the top of the hour versus like AEW had like a commercial at the top of the hour because they had like their champ still in the first hour, but he ended it, and then a commercial versus you had action at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm weird like that now from watching this from so long, but top of the hour to me is always like a pivotal spot in a show. You either open strong or you open your second hour strong, and they had a champ at the top. They had the new champ at the top of the hour. I will say they kept mentioning how deep the NXT women's division is. Like by the when both of them were walking to the ring, so I thought that was weird. Like they're trying to say that the only reason Charlotte is here because the best division is here, but like I don't know, but I don't know, just something that caught my ear. But the match was great.
Well, my notes, I wrote down that they're both total pros. I love the story that they told in this ring. I was really hoping this was going to be a legit match, but we know what happened. Charlotte pulled a Ronda Rousey and beat the fuck out of her with the kendo stick, just like she did to Ronda at Survivor Series. Um, Io down for the count, but look who comes out to rescue her. Rhea Ripley returns for the save, getting in Charlotte's face. Io not appreciating it though, screaming at Rio, and Rhea just kept shouting, "Shut up! Shut up!" as they walked to the backstage. Um, Back from commercial, they caught up with Rhea outside and they interviewed her. And
You're
then
saying Rhea now. Now you're saying it.
I know
You're
I just
saying
caught myself.
Rhea. You said it like 5 times.
Rio, they caught up with
She is now Rio on this show. She is now Rio on this show.
Rhea and they interviewed her about what just happened. And then Io, god damn it, Io comes. Io, these fucking names, man. Io comes up,
Yeah.
interrupts, and they have a pull apart. I'm using quote fingers here. They had to pull apart
Yep.
Io. You just hold her with one finger from fighting Rhea. And
Mhm.
is this going to be a triple threat situation, or do you think Rhea and Io will face to see who takes on Charlotte next?
Right. That's. I mean, you can go either way, but this is what I was saying about with DQs. It doesn't matter. So, like, if Charlotte would have just hit this bitch with the kendo stick and Ripley never come back, like that gives Io like a reason to go to Regal to be like, "Yo, man, I had her beat. Like, if she won't accept the match, I had her beat. Like, she had to cheat to beat me. You know what I'm saying? This is like the kind of fuck shit that you can have to keep the story going, even though there's not going to be a takeover. So obviously there's be a big blow off somewhere. But I think maybe to stretch it out, yeah, you have like a because I mean Rhea's going to be like, well, even though there's no real quotation marks, rematches when you lose the belt. Rhea's gonna be like, well, I beat everybody in NXT and I'll do it again, but I'll start with Io. So fuck it, either make it a triple threat or me and her can fight to see who wins, and whoever wins, gets Charlotte next. So either way,
Well,
um,
let me ask Brett. Brett, do you think it's fair that Rhea thinks she deserves another shot when she had her shot at WrestleMania, and Io had the upper hand during this match? Charlotte had to use a kendo stick to get DQ'd. Do you think Rhea deserves another chance, or do you think Io deserves another chance?
Uh, I mean, obviously, Io deserves another chance. I feel like this could lead to Rhea turning a heel, which I am all for. Where like I deserve, like, what do you mean? Like, I deserve the chance, and Rio's like, no, you don't deserve the chance. You already had your chance, and that kind of shit, which I'm all for because she's a great heel. But I feel like it'll be Rhea versus Io. Rhea versus Io. Like next week or something like that, and then Charlotte gets involved and does DQ again, or they beat up Charlotte, something like that. But I feel like it's just going to be a bunch of DQ and no finishes for a while with these three.
Could they stretch it out to a takeover, Cesar, like a triple threat, like you said?
I believe they could, and they can, and they should, or whatever. At least have them fight whoever, and they keep just fucking with each other. My only thing is, if Rhea goes heel, like there would be no faces
Yeah,
in the NXT Women's division.
yeah.
Like Candice is a heel, Charlotte's a heel, Io's technically a heel, Chelsea Green's a heel, Aaliyah's a heel.
All they'll have is
there are
Mia Yim.
Xia Li, the next challenger.
I guess Mia Kim's kind of a face, or she's like more like a tweener.
Yeah, Mia Yim is a face.
There's Tegan Knox also, who's a face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, forgetting her. But even Tegan Knox. So it's like Tegan Knox, and Mia Yim and Xia Li, and then like the rest are just heels. Like it's just, I don't know. I feel like that's too many. But I mean, if you're gonna do shit with DQs and stuff like that, that's a good way to stretch it out.
I just think it was a damn shame that they promoted this match all week and it ended like this, but I think we spent enough time on
True.
this matchup. Up next,
Yeah.
Kushida versus Jake Atlas. This was a quick match, but my God, am I getting more and more on board with Kushida the way the match ended. Kushida comes out, and I don't know if you caught this or not, Cesar, but he looked at the cruiserweight title and then he did the Naito eye thing where he opened his eye with one hand. I thought that was kind of cool. Um, Jake Atlas comes out. He's back in his mom's bingo jacket, and they announced that he's a gymnastics and He has a gymnastics and cheerleading background, which only adds to my argument that this dude's gay. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just funny how they're kind of foreshadowing his gayness. He was a bit impressive until Kushida basically tapped him out immediately. What do you think about this match?
Yeah. So yeah, sorry. I guess no, those are the Charlotte notes. Oh fuck. Hold on. Wrong notes. I was saying I like Jake Atlas in the ring. It seems like they're trying to get weird and weirder finishes with Kushida. Like he's always snatching somebody out of midair and putting him into a submission. I like Kushida's entrance. I think it's dope. Asian Marty McFly. Yeah, I've got no problem with him. And if him and Tozawa do want to fight for like 3 episodes, I'd be fine with that too. I'd watch it.
It's funny because 3 of the 5 lines of my notes are about his Atlas's sexuality. That's basically all my notes for this match. But Bretsky, do you even know who Jake Atlas is?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Like, I know they did the whole thing with Maverick after he beat Maverick. He was like, "Oh, congratulations! You got this, buddy. Don't worry." It was like really just disgusting display of sportsmanship, and I hated it. But
I believe in
he hated it too.
I believe in you.
I believed in you, man. I was rooting for you.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we don't want to see that bullshit. Like, get out of here. Fucking, but yeah. There's so many things they could do. I want Drake Maverick to win, but I also want Kushida to win. Those are two ones who really feel like they can't lose the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I know whatever happens. Whatever happens with Maverick, whether or not his contract or he comes back or he goes away, he'll be fine. But I'm just excited to see some of these matches as we narrow down the tournament. To get rid of some of the Jake Atlases and Jack Gallagher's and more of the Kushidas and Mavericks and Tozawas and stuff.
Well, after the commercial break, Cesar, this is the one part of NXT I did not pay attention to. I don't know if I got food or I was taking a shit or something, but Finn Balor came out and cut his promo that we had all been waiting for about who attacked him. Did you take notes on this? Because I missed it.
The Finn Balor promo?
Yeah,
I'm trying to. No, I didn't take notes. Yeah, I didn't take notes on it. He just said, well, no, actually, I do remember it because he was like, he's like, I see what happens here. You think if you can come attack the guy, he's like, you're gonna get a push. And he goes, you think by taking me out, you're gonna get a push and move into my spotter? He goes, but guarantee you, when I find out who it is, you won't be getting a push. It'll be a squash because like the Prince never misses or something like that. And
okay.
so yeah, he was basically that's the gist of it. But he had like it was a longer promo, but that's basically the gist of it. So I was like, oh shit, he's using wrestling lingo in like a promo now. I was like, is that what's happening in the streets? Just talking about pushes and squashes, okay. And then he walked back, and then dumbass Cameron Grimes had a match,
Well,
and Finn beat the fuck out of him.
well, Brett,
So
can you do impressions?
Not really, no.
So you can't do a Finn Balor accent?
Oh Jesus Christ, no! Oh my God. To the maybe one Scottish, not fucking Scottish, fucking Irish viewer that this podcast has, if that, they would get very mad at me. So no.
nice.
I was gonna have us try to say "snake in the grass" as Finn Balor. There's a snake in the grass. I can't do that shit.
Oh God.
I sounded like fat bastard there for a second. There's a snake in the grass. But yeah, like you said, Cesar, Cameron Grimes came out and took out Denzel Deschanel. I don't know how to say his last name, but
yeah.
Grimes just wins with the cave-in, yawn. Grimes then talks trash about Finn. Finn shows up and is like, say it to my face, bitch, and then beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Setting up their match for next week. This was a skippable segment as well. Besides Finn Balor, he's a great promo, but I'm guessing Cesar is going to be rooting for Finn Balor during this match, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Twice.
Can you tell me why you don't like Cameron Grimes?
I don't know, man. It's just something doesn't click with me about this dude. I don't like his finisher. I mean, he's got the entrance down to be like a heel and somebody you don't like. I just don't. I don't know. It's something about in the ring work I don't like with him, and I don't like his finisher at all. Like that shit looks that was probably his best finisher of that cave-in, and that's the only move he did. So obviously he gets real sloppy with it when he has like a match, and then he does that move. But that was like his best version of doing it, and that's all he did. He took 2 suplexes and hit a cave-in, and that was his best cave-in. So I don't know. I just don't dig it.
Bretsky, what are your thoughts on Cameron Grimes?
I really don't care. I mean, they have enough good heels. It's good that they're building up new guys, and I like the fact they're trying, but I agree with Cesar. I mean, not to the extent of the hatred that Cesar has for him, but I'm indifferent. Like, if he does something different, if he like works on his in-ring stuff a little bit, then sure, but I could take him or leave him.
I think it's because
that's what I'm saying. He just needs a little work. Just needs a little bit of work.
I think it's because I'm such a fan of Red Dead Redemption that I got a kick out of someone actually walking out of that video game and walking into an NXT ring. And plus, I get a kick out of the audience saying, let's get grimy. That's pretty fucking funny. I do appreciate this guy. I think he's good, but yeah, that finisher's horrible. That dude needs to update his moveset because, yeah, Finn Balor's going to murder him.
Yeah.
Main event time. Velveteen Dream challenges for the NXT Championship against Adam Cole, baby. Cesar, what notes did you take on the main event?
The only notes I took, I had to write on the back of the page because I wrote it so big because I was running out of room at the bottom with 5 exclamation marks. I wrote jerking it under the ring. It actually wrote, aha.
I gotta say, I was upset this episode. I was like, where the fuck is Dexter Loomis? He hasn't been around at all. And then Lo and behold, who comes out from
Oh,
under the ring to save the day?
no. This dude is the shit. Give this motherfucker the strap. Give him all the straps. Like, I could watch this guy for hours. Just be weird
Brett,
and walking out of places.
are you familiar with Dexter Loomis, Brett? Have you seen this guy?
Not, I'm not really. No, I'm very intrigued by by what he did this week. I'm very excited, I guess is the word to see it.
If you don't do anything, you should go back and watch just the end main event segments because Dexter Loomis only shows up for five
Yeah.
minutes per NXT episode. But my God, is it the most entertaining 5 minutes you'll see in the entire show? This dude, he has tatted up arms. He looks like Hitler's wet dream. So you
Oh
might
boy.
not like it, but just the look on his face when he's staring at people and he's lingering in the background and the lights, it's fucking fantastic. This guy's character is incredible. But the notes that I took were the super kicks that these guys traded with each other. Velveteen and Adam
Yeah.
Cole were fucking brutal, man. I don't know if they were
Yeah.
slapping
They
their
were fucking fun.
thighs while they were hitting these, but my God, the noise alone.
I saw one slap from Cole. Um, I didn't see really any slaps from Velveteen. But I just saw the one from Cole. It's the one he always does. But this match was like this match also again takeover worthy, free money, just giving it away on cable.
Hey,
But
Caesar,
yeah, fucking
did you see Goldust come
good.
out?
Gold Dust. No, I missed that part.
Are you sure? Are you sure Goldust didn't come out during this match?
I don't know. Did he?
Then why
I
the
was really
fuck
drunk by this point.
covered in glitter? Did you see how much fucking glitter was on both of these guys? Holy shit, Velveteen Pants needs to chill on that shit. My God.
Oh yeah, his pants were very, very glittery. I get you that. I gave you that.
Motherfuckers looked like
Um,
disco balls after the match was over.
well, I mean, that's just Velveteen playing up to his role, man. He goes deep into character. That dude is not breaking kayfabe.
It looks like he's
But
spending all of his budget on glitter for his fucking attire.
yeah, look, cheap pants, cheap
It's
pants, no
he
shirt.
spends all of his money on his attire and his lawyers.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. That's all he needs.
low blow by Bretsky.
Super low.
Well, Roddy and Fish, of course, predictably come out, ruin the match, but Dexter comes out for the save. The ref is distracted. So is Velveteen. But Adam Cole
Hold on, I gotta pull a
eventually,
Zanka. I gotta take a bathroom break.
uh, uh, Adam Cole eventually hits the last shot for the win. Adam Cole retains. Um, I wonder how much of this was the legit ending versus how much of this was, uh-oh, Velveteen might be in trouble. Let's change some plans. What do you think, Bretsky? Do you think they decided on the spot to change it, or do you think they want to prolong this feud as long as possible?
I think it's a little bit of both. I feel like if they were really scared that he was like 100% guilty, they would have found a way to pull him off TV before this match and not giving him that kind of spotlight. But I feel like it's kind of like a mix. Like they kind of don't want to put the strap on him in case it turns out he did it. But they also don't. They also, since they don't know, and they probably have enough faith in him that he didn't do it at this point, to where there's like, you won't win it now, but we're gonna try to like, like kind of like a shoddy finish where you were distracted, that kind of stuff. So you can kind of work a way into like have some tag matches with Dexter Loomis maybe and prolong it. But I think that for sure the ending they had was influenced somewhat by this whole development.
Well,
Wait, what was the
definitely.
question?
What are your final thoughts on the main event, Cesar?
Oh yeah, I don't think they were gonna take the belt off Adam Cole right now. But yeah, it's kind of like what Bretsky said. Like the new thing didn't hurt. I mean, didn't help the Velveteen Dream. I don't think they were gonna take it off right now. I don't even really know if they'd had this match yet. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. If they'd have had this match at Tampa Bay with the crowd, I don't know, because I do like the entrance of the Dexter Loomis thing into kind of like Velveteen storyline. And I think, yeah, they're going to hype that up maybe like next week. Maybe it'll be like the UE versus Dream and Loomis again.
Do you think Dexter
Or
Loomis is their break in case of emergency? You know, just in case Velveteen is found guilty, they can just give it to Dexter, because I don't really see anybody else besides Finn challenging for the NXT Championship.
that'd be crazy because this dude literally came out of nowhere. You're just going to give him the strap like that?
Hey, it might bring
That would
ratings.
be. It might, but I mean, that'd be nuts. Hey, look, I mean, yeah, that could work. It could work. Yeah, besides like Finn, yeah, Johnny's doing stuff and Tommaso's still kidnapped. I guess Triple H ain't paying that ransom.
Are you
So yeah, could work.
are you guys ready? Are you ready for
Yeah.
Facebook questions?
Oh shit. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Matthew JH138. If Eddie Guerrero never dies, does he continue to go on to be the great wrestler that he is? Known what? Great wrestler that he is? The wording's kind of messed up. Or does he become oversaturated and later have a constant mixed reaction like Cena or now Reigns?
He'd be the greatest wrestler that he is because Eddie was actually taking losses. Those guys don't.
Brett?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I've watched some old Eddie stuff. I mean, I wasn't long at that point because I was like 2, but you know, yeah, it's like what Cesar said. Like, you know, you could take a loss. It's kind of like the Rey Mysterio effect. Like Rey Mysterio could lose out as many times as he wanted to, and he won't lose
Yeah.
popularity. So yeah, you know, he would have maybe slightly like some people be like, oh hey, you know, we don't want, you know, Eddie's like beating too much, but his matches are just too good to be mad at him for that long.
Yeah.
Plus, he was building.
Yeah.
He was like but he was like building guys too, so he could always go back to that and build guys on the way up. But like Eddie, I think a lot of like Cena's reigns were like they didn't have anybody, so he's your in case of emergency. If you have somebody like Eddie still there and he was still cooking, you know, like he was doing, you know, you could give it to him during that point, and then like, you know, he could lose it building somebody up, and then that heel goes on a great run. So
you also forget that Eddie not dying might mean that Benoit never does what he did.
true.
So in that event, if you have Eddie and Benoit still there, I know, like according to, you know, his kid, like Benoit was supposed, like, he wanted to retire like either the year he did it or like the year after, and Eddie was probably pretty close to retirement anyway because he was pretty getting up there in age. So, or maybe he would have come back as a non-screen character. So there's just a lot of stuff that had Eddie not died, there have been a lot of different possibilities, a lot of different alternative outcomes that you can just go on and on about. But yeah, I don't think that he would have been hurt by overexposure at all.
Eddie Guerrero was special. Eddie Guerrero was Chris Jericho, meaning that he could reinvent and he listened to the fans. I didn't appreciate Eddie Guerrero till he was gone, but seeing his career retrospective over and over and over again since he passed, Eddie Guerrero was incredible. I think if he had been alive today, you're correct. Benoit would not have killed himself. I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie would have left WWE and went to Lucha Underground for a little bit, and then eventually signed with AEW, because I didn't see Vince giving Eddie too many title reigns, but Eddie did put over people like JBL, because I truly believe if there was no Eddie, JBL would have never got that chance, because according to JBL, Eddie Guerrero played a huge role in that. But you guys did cover the bonus question Matthew put here. Matthew said, if Eddie lives, that means Chris Benoit never kills his family, so there would be no CBG. If there's no CBG,
oh shit,
then who is the reigning defending APPW champion?
Me. Next question.
Man, I didn't know
That
you
wasn't
were
even
a
a question.
comedian. I didn't know you were a comedian too, Cesar. Jeez.
Just saying.
Well, I'm just going by the stats. I'm going by the stats here because I have I'm in charge of APPW now. The person who has not lost I don't think I've ever seen Cesar's shoulders pinned to the mat since I've taken control of APPW. So I might have to go with Cesar here. We have not seen the leader of Gaviti Adadat take on Julius _ Caesar. That'll be a dream match when it does happen. Because
Oh yeah.
when I play the video game, I do play as Brett because he's so fast and he has all these great moves. And he does get the job done. So eventually we will see that match. But however, my final answer, Julius Caesar. Brett, what is your answer?
Man, you've convinced me. I might have to start playing with myself a little more. So
You should always play with
but
yourself. It's quarantine. It's what you're supposed to do.
uh, man, if there was no CBG, then I would have to say that the one and only Mangria Fueled would be the APPW champion, and he would just go on a Brock reign of never defending it, and
Yeah.
being the GM.
That actually makes total sense. That makes
It's
way more
possible.
sense.
But Jake signs the paycheck, so Jake McMahon, I don't know. No. This next question is pretty loaded, guys, so you're gonna have to really think about this.
Ugh.
James Roche asks, so you run a wrestling promotion made up only with the recently released superstars.
Oh,
So I want you to pick. Let's do it one by one because I wrote everything down. Who would be your world champion out of only the released superstars? Cesar.
I can't even remember who's fucking released and who's not.
I took a picture of it. Hold on.
Uh,
Let me tell you.
uh,
Okay. The released superstars are Drake Maverick, Carl Anderson, Kurt Hawkins, Luke Gallows, Heath Slater, Eric Young, EC3, Leo Rush, Eric Rowan, Primo, Epico, Mike Kanellis, Zack Ryder, No Way Jose, Rusev, Cain Velasquez, and Curtis Axel.
instead of giving answers, I would say EC3 versus Rusev. Winner is the world champion.
Interesting.
But TNA EC3. TNA EC3, not WWE EC3.
Bretsky, thoughts?
I was gonna say the same thing. Actually, I would instead of that, I would have EC3, same kind of thing. I mean, he's doing a really interesting gimmick now. That he's kind of shown, but either this EC3 or TNA EC3 as the champion and Rusev on the chase. But yeah, EC3.
I picked Rusev as my world champion. How about your mid card champion, Cesar?
Fuck it. Give it to Zack Ryder. I don't care. He can fight Kurt Hawkins. And one of them can win. Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, mid card champ.
Bretsky?
My mid card champion would be Leo Rush. He's not quite there to be a main eventer. He has main event. He did tease he might retire from wrestling, which would be a shame. But he has all the skills necessary to be a main eventer down the road. But at this point in his career, he would be a perfect mid card champion especially for a budding company.
That's a good choice. Leo Rush has tons of charisma. He can go in the ring. He was cruiserweight champion. He looked good with the belt. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
My mid card champion, EC3, because they did not tap the talent that dude has. I guarantee, had they given him a chance, or even if he would have stood in NXT, we would have saw great things from that young man. He kind of looked like Cena's little tan brother, but maybe he will go on to do bigger and better things as Essential Character 3. Now, your tag champion, Cesar, from the released superstars. By the way, the Revival will release Superstars too. I forgot to mention
Yeah.
that.
So this is the only one I had, like when you said release superstars, planned out in my head. Ladder match, OC versus Revolt.
Yeah.
Winner becomes tag team champion.
Gretzky?
I see, I don't want to, I don't want to be that guy who just, does the cliche one, which is as good as the Good Brothers are, as good as the Revolt are. Yeah, it's weird saying Revolt now, but yeah, as good as they are, I would actually go for Heath Slater and Curtis Axel as my tag team champions.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Damn it, Heath Slater. All right, Heath Slater, Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder in a triple threat match for the mid card title.
Well, hold that answer, Cesar. Hold on, because there's another
What?
option coming up later. I picked the
fuck?
Good Brothers or the OC because I like them a lot. I'm a huge fan of Luke Gallows. They were a great tag team. They should have stood with AJ. What the fuck was WWE thinking? Man, these guys are fucking idiots. Anyway, I'm getting worked up here. The women's champion. There were only 2 women that I mentioned. Who would you guys pick? Oh no, wait, Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan, Maria Kanellis, and oh fuck yeah, that's 2 women. Jeez. Who do you guys pick? Oh, Deonna Purrazzo from NXT, but
Mm-hmm.
we can.
I'm having another triple threat match, I guess. All right.
Gretzky, do you care?
It will be not Sarah Logan, but Crazy Mary Dobbs.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice. I'll pick Maria because I like that ass. General manager, Cesar.
Ooh.
Hold
I
on.
gotta pick a release guy to be the general manager.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Oh, Drake Maverick, easy, done.
There you go. Brett.
I'm going to have co-GMs, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Well, I didn't mention this, but it was a choice. Kurt Angle was also released. Kurt
Oh
Angle,
yeah.
I love Kurt Angle. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. I'm going with Kurt as his dumbass. I remember he was entertaining just because of how bad it was. So I'm gonna pick Kurt Angle back in the GM role.
It's a good pick.
And now here's the final option, Cesar. What I told you to save it for. Your dominant 3-man faction with the release superstars. Who would you pick?
Dominant 3-man. What? They just beat everybody up?
Pretty much. They're like the shield of your release superstars.
Fine. Everybody in my triple threat. They beat up everybody else, and that's why they're fighting for the mid card title.
Gretzky?
Okay. If I remember who was released already correctly, it would be Eric Rowan, Drake Maverick, and it'd be Eric Rowan, Drake Maverick, and what's his name? Kurt Hawkins.
Nice. It'd be like Jurassic Express. One big guy, one medium guy, one small guy.
Exactly, yeah.
I not only picked 3 men, but I gave them a faction name. I pick the Revival with Curtis Axel, and they'll be called Underrated Axe.
Did you read these questions before?
You damn right I did. You know I can't come up with shit on the spot. There'd just be a long pause. It'd be like Jake.
Oh my god!
Please talk.
Yeah, I don't want to utter. I don't want to utter. I got nothing when I barely have 20 listeners as it is.
All right, you got it. You got it.
Okay, let me pull up Terry's question. Terry's question is loaded as well, but I do appreciate them leaving us questions here. There is another question that I have not read yet, so I'm not peeking at it. Terry's question: using 6 wrestlers from any era or promotion, choose who you would use to make the most brutal and hardcore Money in the Bank ladder match in history, who would you have win, and how would they cash in too? Since I wrote it down, I'll give you guys some time to think about it. I picked my Money in the Bank participants, the WrestleMania 10 era Shawn Michaels, because the ladder match was new and those guys would do anything. Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho from WrestleMania 2000 era. Sabu, ECW Prime era. Mick Foley from Royal Rumble 2000 era. And Jeff Hardy from WrestleMania 17 era. That was the second TLC match. I think someone would die from this match, and the winner, I would choose Chris Benoit because I want him to have some kind of legacy before he kills his family, and he cashes in on Triple H and taps him out. What do you guys think?
It's a pretty good pick.
That's good.
Any era?
Any era. Any
Sabu was all right. So Sabu was in my head from the beginning, like as soon as you read it, because you said brutal and hardcore.
Yeah.
So, fuck. The only problem is who's gonna win this fucking thing. All right, I'm going Sabu from peak ECW. I'm also going New Jack.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Peak ECW.
Read my mind, Cesar.
No one's dying.
I'm
No
also
one's definitely dying.
Yeah, I'm also going Sandman. I'm also going Sandman. Peak ECW. Who else can I put in? I gotta put some fuck shit in here. I'm going Prime Michaels because he's just gonna make that match. I'm also going Edge from the WrestleMania that you took Jeff Hardy from. And I'm going who else? It's gotta be somebody else I can put in there. Damn, I can't think of the last guy. From any era? Who else would I want in there? I see I don't want to go Mick Foley, but I do want to go Mick Foley.
Caesar, why aren't you saying Herb Abrams? That dude's coked up. He'll fucking kill everybody.
He can't fight. He runs out of windows when people.
He'll run
he
out.
runs out when people come to.
Naked, covered in fake cocaine.
Yeah, but like he's just gonna run around. He's not gonna do any damage.
He'll have hookers though.
Yeah, he will have some hookers. You are correct about that. And all right, last one. I will go with Taz from ECW. And I'll have, you know what, I'm gonna go old Michaels wins. And heel Michaels, how about that? Heel Michaels in his prime wins. So he'll just super kick the shit out of somebody and he'll win the title and get butt naked and put it around his waist. Like the DX cover.
Well, Bretsky, you've had a lot of time to think. Who are you choosing?
Well, I will say Cesar stole my thunder. I'm going New Jack also. New Jack. I'm gonna go Bruiser Brody.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
You're gonna have also in there. You're gonna have just for some awesome, incredible spots. You're gonna have RVD. Back before this whole hot tub with naked chicks gimmick, like the old RVD where he do flips and all the time.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Randy Orton in there.
Nice.
For some sweet RKO spots.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have fuck. There's so many people to think of. You're gonna have the Giant. You're gonna have Big Show when he was still green and still doing all that athletic shit like the moonsault and everything.
Okay.
And you're gonna have Christian in there because he's just a pro and he can do anything that he wants. He's been in enough of those to where he can just kind of hold the pace of the match with Orton.
I'm so glad you said Christian because I felt bad for not picking him.
I kind of wanted. Yeah, I was like, Edge did a lot of more edgier stuff, but Christian's a fucking pro. Like he would make that shit work.
Who's winning?
And oh fuck, the winner will be New Jack, and
Oh,
the way he cashes in is he fucking stabs the guy and just steps on him for the 1, 2, 3.
nice. The old prison shank.
I pulled a Zanka again and skipped hashtags. Let me go back. James, his hashtags are hashtag everyone and my brother thinks Jake is a nonce. Hashtag Shangrel. Hashtag come shot women's titles. Hashtag quarantine world order. Hashtag King Dong Bundy. Hashtag after party hangover. Hashtag after party happy hour, which is yet to be an announcement to be made. I will let them do it. Terry's hashtags. Hashtag I masturbate to mirrors. Hashtag Jake is a nonce. Hashtag crippler crotch face. Hashtag flicking the bean in quarantine. Hashtag if you put a black light on Jake's folder. I can't get through this one.
Popped you already. All right, it's gotta be a good
If
one.
you put a black light on Jake's folder of printed. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Folder of printed Make-A-Wish kid pictures. You could see that shit from space.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, Terry.
Make a wish?
That was too.
Oh no,
Oh,
they didn't wish for that.
Yo, make a wish?
That-
Yo.
that was good, Terry. Oh fuck. Hashtag
Oh,
still feel happy hour. Oh man, that was funny. Okay, here's the question I didn't read.
Damn, that's the perfect name I could have had for a podcast. Still real happy hour.
Adam
You
hates
have to get drunk.
it's Sticky Drip Drip asking,
Sticky
is,
drip drip.
is there a wrestler tag team or event that Dark Side of the Ring hasn't done yet that you guys would want to see them do? That's a good question. Oh wow, let me think. What about
The typical answer has always Benoit, but they did Benoit.
Yeah, I mean, look, they even pulled out New Jack. Like, I know New Jack shit was crazy. I didn't think it'd be so entertaining. I thought it would be way more dark. But for me, I had a laugh.
You know who I'm curious about? What the fuck happened with Buff Bagwell?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because he stayed on fucking painkillers.
I want to see what happened to that fool. So, Dark Side of the Ring, Buff Bagwell. That's my answer. Caesar?
All right. Let me see. Fuck yeah, I can't even think of any fucked up shit. I mean, they obviously got to do one on draws and all his shit. No, I mean his career was kind of quick though.
Well, they mentioned draws a little bit.
They mentioned him in the Brawl for All. Yeah, so yeah, I got nobody. I mean, Buff Bagwell, yeah, that's a good pick.
Brett?
Maybe some Scott Hall when he was all like super fucked up.
Oh yeah.
They could do a whole NWO one.
They probably actually could do a whole NWO one. Oh yeah, they could do. They can definitely do it on fucking
David Arquette.
China and 1, 2, 3 Kid. They can probably do some fucked up. There's probably some fucked up shit there.
Oh boy. Imagine the video footage on that one.
Yeah, I'm picking NWO.
Thumb clit.
Fuck. I'm this is really tough because they've covered a lot. I would have to probably go because the first thing I can think of would be the whole Hogan, Bischoff, Dixie Carter era of TNA. And kind of like that whole stuff, like Ric Flair coming out of retirement, like just because he needed money and that kind of shit.
Yeah, they kind of blew their load on the Benoit stuff. They took all the good shit, and now we're like we're kind of like grasping for scraps here. Unless they did Macho Man and Stephanie.
Yeah, I mean, oh boy,
You said what? Triple H and Stephanie?
Macho Man.
no Macho and Stephanie.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they could do that.
I have a really obscure one.
Didn't
No
Test-
way, no. They will never do that. Do you think that that
They would
WWE
never.
let them
Yeah,
get that pass?
that's way too fucking crazy.
I have
Um,
Do you guys remember that tag team that jumped from ECW to WWE for like 2 weeks and they died? Not literally, but they were murdered by JBL and them. What were they called? The Hype Crew or Natural Born Killers, or what were they? They're like these middle-aged, weird-looking dudes. Fuck. What the hell was their name? They were really big in ECW, and then they tried it in WWE, and they were just kicked out of the locker room. Nobody liked them. Ah, I'll come
I
up.
can't remember.
I'll come up with the name later, but it would be interesting to find out
Okay.
what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
Hashtag World Order. Hashtag APPW. Hashtag Dynamite. Hashtag Money in the Stank this Saturday. Hashtag After Party Hangover. Hashtag Mangria McMahon is such good shit, pop. We made it. Facebook questions done. Now, let's get on to AEW.
Word.
Show kicks off with the spectators in the crowd, even more than usual. I don't know if you noticed that.
Jacksonville got them rules. Jacksonville, said a couple people in there, so we good.
JR, Excalibur, and Tony back on commentary. A little disappointing because Jericho did such a fantastic job. But the first
Such a good job.
Joey Janela, the bad boy, versus Cody. What did you think of this matchup, Cesar? Were you entertained?
I thought it was a solid match, and then I like the fact that they brought up that Joey Janela was looking like he was trying to out wrestle Cody, so it was kind of back and forth. And when they started like just scrapping, Joey Janela had like the better scrap feel. I did right. I didn't like Joey's pants. Like I guess that shit, the frivolous shit on the front,
Yeah.
like all the streamers on the front of it. Yeah, I did not like that. And I was like, oh, and Cody, I guess Cody was selling bad at some point in the match. I don't know, man. I was drunk last night. I wrote that too. But I did write that, I thought it was a solid open. Cody always has a good match when he opens. I've noticed that. I mean, not like he has a bad match, but his opening matches are always solid. They're always good.
I did have a gripe with this match.
What you got?
Well, first let me say the note. Did you notice when Cody in his entrance, he got up on a turnbuckle and his music was still playing? Someone threw a towel at him.
Yeah.
Who the hell did that?
Who knows, man? One of them assholes in the crowd.
I also noticed that JR actually mentioned COVID-19. He mentioned this is a COVID-friendly environment, which of course you'd get crucified on WWE if you did that as a commentator.
Oh yeah.
Joey Janela was dressed like he just got done filming a Motley Crue video circa 1986. Cody had snake print on his pants as well, and Joey had leopard print. It's like, what the hell is up with the animal print on the gear? I don't like that shit. I don't even like it when women wear animal print on their lingerie. I think it looks stupid. The small crowd of wrestlers really helped the atmosphere. I wish they would do that on NXT, but it just adds a little bit to make it more enjoyable with people making noise in the audience. And like you said, they're in Florida. Why couldn't they do that at Full Sail? Whatever. The Pineapple Pete and Leroy were in the crowd. Who the fuck is Leroy?
Yeah.
Did you notice who that dude?
I don't know who the fuck Leroy is.
They're kind of like making a big deal, focusing the camera on him and stuff. I thought that was pretty funny. He looked at the pants on the ground guy from American Idol, but Cody wins with Crossroads. He shakes Joey's hand, sportsmanship. My gripe with this match, it went on for 18 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a very long match. I mean, it was a good match. I didn't hate it, but 18
Mhm.
minutes? Good lord.
Apparently, I did write that the Bad Boy hit Chris Jericho's finisher, and he hit it, and Cody just took it like an elbow, stood up, and walked away. Like, why are you hitting that back elbow shit? If somebody else uses it as a finisher to put you down, and you're using it, and it's like a regular ass move.
Oh,
And I also wrote down Spears has an air horn.
yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
It's the little stuff, the little details they
Yeah.
add to this that make it awesome.
Yeah.
Did you switch over at all? Because NXT at this time had Johnny Gargano versus Dominic. Did you switch back and forth or just
Now I usually
DVR it?
no. So I record both on my DVR, and then so if I'm home, I will watch one, and then just immediately watch the other one. So some weeks I watch NXT first, and then I watch AEW, and some weeks I watch AEW while it's recording, and then watch NXT.
Well, I remember Bretsky said that he doesn't usually catch wrestling as often as we do because he doesn't have cable or something. What I'd be curious to know, Bretsky, on the list of priorities, we have Raw, SmackDown, AEW, NXT. Which one do you make it a point to go out of your way to watch every week?
Well, luckily I do have cable now because I'm back home. When I was up in school, it was more just like streaming. So when I was at school, it was SmackDown because I had Fox and I could stream it on Fox. But if I look to watch anything, it's usually still SmackDown just because I love Corbin and all that.
Okay,
It's really just a pick of favorites.
I'm a
That's
diehard
fine. That's all.
SmackDown fan. For that reason alone, by the way, because um, I was very poor 10 years ago, and SmackDown was on, what was it, UPN or something back then, or the CW, and
Yeah.
I could
PW now, yeah.
I couldn't watch Raw. I could only watch SmackDown. That's when Benoit was there and JBL and everything, and I was always a huge fan of SmackDown because of that. We had Eddie there and everything, so for that reason, I'm always going to be a hardcore SmackDown fan. So I understand where Bretsky's coming from with having King Corbin on there and the Fiend and all that good shit. But up next, we had Nyla Rose. I'm guessing Andy got a boner about this time. Video package.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the remaining women's contenders for Nyla Rose's little wristwatch title, followed up by an interview by Tony on the stage. Nyla basically just saying, "Hey, go do your job. I'm gonna do my job." Nyla murders newcomer Kenzie Page. Cesar, did you fast forward this or did you sit through this brutality?
See, I never fast forward through anything. Um, Usually I'm behind, so I sometimes when I'm watching like both these shows, like I'll go do something, I'll go get some dinner, so that way I can just fast forward through the commercials. But I never fast forward through promos or squashes, even though I know they're going to be garbage. Because I mean, you got to watch. I still treat it like if I was watching it live. I just wrote down squash. That was it. Like nothing else really mattered, so I just wrote squash. I actually wrote notes more about MJF than I did this match.
I did too, but the interesting thing about Kenzie Page is that white chick had a fat ass, and I appreciated that.
Well, yep, you are right about that. You're correct, sir.
But like you said, MJF was rooting in the crowd while Nyla was destroying him, and the camera guy got too close to him, and he says, "Hey, hey, back off, social distancing."
Yeah, 6 feet, 6 feet.
MJF's the best, man. Speaking of MJF, his video promo was next. Cesar, what notes did you take on this? Did you like MJF's promo?
So the notes. Oh yeah, MJF's promo was dope. The notes I took is MJF has a Burberry mask to match the Burberry scarf he wears.
Yeah.
Just attention to detail. Attention to detail is fucking dope. Sean Spears slipped Tony a 20, and then when Tony said something he didn't like, he took the 20 back.
Yeah.
That that popped me as well. Then them complimenting each other made me feel like Sean Spears and MJF should be a team or a league or something. Like Sean Spears looking for a tag partner, why not MJF? And they both can
Bingo.
still have singles careers.
Bingo.
But those guys have been the best. Every time they're together during these quarantine episodes, it's fucking gold. With the
Oh yeah,
gambling,
the first one with the gambling was the best.
yeah, was the best. And then they still look like they were gambling because they both had money in their hands and they're just drinking wine. And then that idiot had that air horn. That shit was gold. And I still like I like MJF how he tried to because he's been having like these bullshit injuries every week of why he's not there. And then he says he returns the next week and he says he's gonna put his foot down and he stomped it and act like he was hurt. And he's like, "No, I'm not hurt." He said, "I'm overhealed." He said, "I'm overhealed." But I did like in his promo where he's sitting in a chair and he says, "When I come back, I'm going to sit in my throne where I belong." And they actually had guys to switch out a chair with a throne, but he never sat in it. He just like walked off. So basically he's just saying, yeah, I'm literally paying guys to switch shit in my promo because I'm better than you and this throne is mine. I don't even have to sit in it. That's what I took away from it, and I thought it was dope. And yeah, MJF, he's what EC3 should be, but I'm saying he's killing it. He is killing it.
Last week,
and I got no problem with it.
Last week, Andy mentioned that MJF's on Cameo, so I went and checked it out, and it is $500. Would either of you pay $500 to hear MJF shit on you for 30 seconds?
Fuck no, 500. Fuck no, I don't even care that. I don't care that it's quarantine and we're getting like unemployment money that we can piss away and Trump bucks. I'm not paying $500 to have MJF tell me he's better than me. He says it every week for free.
Bretsky?
Oh man, I mean, if I were wealthier and not in college and on like a ramen diet, then yes. But like if I had money to spare, like actual money, then absolutely, because that's fucking funny, and I respect the dedication to the gimmick. But I don't have that.
I will say, if I had 4 other friends and he would shit on us as a group, so I'm not paying 500 but 100. I'd do it. I'd waste money on that, yes. But I can't spend $500 on MJF just cursing me out for 30 seconds.
I would spend $500 if MJF would have joined us for the roast. That would be worth it.
Oh, God. I'd put money on that. I'd put money on that. I'd have taken a loan out.
Could you imagine him tearing down Jake the entire time?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd have fell out.
Well, like you said, Cesar, they did the Sean Spears video promo. He blames Cody for Dustin getting destroyed. And then Tony Schiavone, or Tony Schiavone, interviews MJF, Sean Spears in the crowd. They're complimenting each other. And then Tony says, MJF, you're facing Jungle Boy at Double or Nothing. And then MJF does a spit take. He goes, what? And they pan over to Sean Spears' fake shocked face, which is... You got to check that out, Bretsky. That segment alone was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, the Sean Spears promo was lit too.
And you know what, AEW, I don't know if I'd call this a downfall. Maybe just a stupid criticism because I'm a fat mark. But they're throwing MJF versus Jungle Boy with zero buildup in a pay-per-view that happens in 2 weeks. Is this are they taking a page out of WWE's playbook here? This is kind of strange that this keeps happening. Like the whole Moxley versus Kazarian that happened later, zero story.
Yeah.
Like the most random match ever. But I digress. Speaking of that, Frankie Kazarian.
Before you go on, real quick, I just tried to say so I don't just dip. I'm in the head. I gotta eat lunch. So if I'm done before you guys are done, then I'll join back. But if not, it has been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing Cesar in the comments and seeing him angry on APPW.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. All righty.
All right, Brisky, I'll holler at you.
Here we go. Kazarian versus Jon Moxley, a random matchup with a tag team competitor taking on the, I was going to say APPW, the AEW champion in a random matchup. What notes did you take on this matchup?
So remember when I mentioned the Charlotte match?
Yes.
So here's what I wrote. I didn't like the way Moxley was selling stuff in the ring. Like he took that backstabber, just horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Like his feet never even left the ground. Like he just rolled off to the left. I thought the match was okay because they're two pros. But wait, was it for the title or was it just a match?
That was an exhibition. I was gonna ask you, Cesar, if Jericho had never showed up and they put the strap on Moxley, do you think they'd still be getting good ratings?
No, but I think they might have put up the strap on Hangman if Jericho never showed up.
This still wouldn't have helped the ratings. Moxley,
Yeah, like it wouldn't help the ratings unless it was drunk Hangman from now. Now drunk Hangman needs to win the title because that motherfucker is over.
he's our
Hangman
hero.
is so over.
He's our hero.
He is our hero. He's a man of the people. But yeah, I didn't like it how like this closed out the first hour and then they just go to commercial. Like top of the hour, man. Like to me, top of the hour is always a thing. Like if you check every news channel when they're doing live shit, they go top of the hour. Like that's when people tune in mostly at the beginning. Nobody tunes into a movie 45 minutes into it unless you've seen it 8 times. You know, you want to watch it from the beginning. That's why the on demand says, do you want to start over from beginning when you turn into a movie? You want to watch the whole thing. You want to get there from the start. So if you miss the first hour, you're like, oh, maybe I'll just catch it up on YouTube. So you come in at 9 o'clock. You don't come in at 8:40, and then have a match. And it's just a regular ass match with no build, no nothing. And then they kept talking about how all 3 members of SCU could implode and have great single careers. Like JR brought that up twice.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
So yeah, if you want to bring tag teams back and you have people legitimately in threes, so you can also have 6-way tag teams. Why you talk about one of your important ones, the inaugural champs, the inaugural tag team champs? Why would you talk about them blowing up to, have great singles runs?
Well, what I had mentioned earlier about the little downfall of AEW where they put random matches together with zero build, what they could have done here is they could have had John Moxley take on Evil Uno and have John Moxley defeat Evil Uno, which then prompts the rest of the Dark Order to come out and attack him like they did at the end of this matchup. Very random match, but the notes.
I have notes about that too.
The notes that I took on this matchup specifically was bizarre booking. It's like they hit random on character select to book this matchup. Yep. Kazarian took. It made Kazarian look great this matchup because we see him in tag team matches and this singles match where he actually grew his hair out for it. Maybe that's the consequence of the quarantine, but he grew his hair out.
Yeah.
He talk about complete opposite of NXT. He hit a perfect unprettier to Moxley in this match, whereas Chelsea destroyed that move in NXT. And then this is the point where I wrote down Sean Spears with that damn air horn. Have you ever used an air horn? It's spent after 2 uses. You can't keep doing it the whole night. Did he have like a box full of fucking air horns next to him?
Maybe he had like a book bag on the floor or something, but he was doing short spurts too. Like a lot of it was like burr, 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 burr. Like he really didn't have a like it was like a lot of short ones.
Yeah,
it was like a quick little burr, burr. So I don't know, but it's still fucking funny.
It was great. I love that little detail. Moxley wins with the paradigm shift. Match was all right. I'd give it 4 slices if I was gonna rate it. But then the Dark Order attacks. SCU tries to help. They get destroyed too. Brody Lee then comes out, attacks Moxley, cuts a promo challenging him for the title. Moxley says all you had to do was ask. Cesar, do you approve of this? Or is this hot garbage?
No, some fuck shit. This is some fuck shit. Hold on. I know I have notes about this. Oh yeah. So You know what I hate most about AEW? You know what I hate most about AEW? That fucking ranking bullshit. I'm like, Brody is ranked 4th. Why does he get a match? Why does he get a match for the title? They keep stating that rankings matter. So if Cody can't fight for the AEW championship and he's in first, why does Brody get to skip 2 and 3? Like, I don't get it. Like, just because? Because they're just trying to say that, oh, Mox doesn't care what the fuck the rankings are. If you challenge for a title, you'll get a title. Like, I don't get it. What's the point of saying rankings matter and even having it, and you do shit like this to say, like, your champion's like, I don't really care.
Who's 2 and 3? Is it Omega and Hangman?
I think it's no, it's no, because it goes by single. Tag teams don't count.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I can look it up right quick. I know Kenny's in there. Kenny, I think, is 3. I think MJF is 2.
Oh,
I think
wow.
MJF is 2. Kenny's 3, and then I think Sammy is like 5 or something, which is weird because Jericho has only 1 loss totally on his record, and that's to Jon Moxley. Well, maybe 2. I think he has a tag team loss too, but like it's so weird, like their little rankings thing, and it might have even changed overnight. Hold on, I'm pulling up right now.
I'm surprised Jericho didn't get a rematch. I know he had a Fozzy tour coming up, but it was canceled. They should have just
It was
continued.
canceled, right? Yeah. Oh, new AEW rankings. Pushing this button, and it's coming up right now. Men's ranking. So, oh no, Darby Allin is 3. He's 5 and 2.
That
Kenny is 2. Now the Murder Hawk. So yeah, it's changed. The Murder Hawk is 3 and 0, so he's 4, and Jake Hagar is 4 and 1. He's 5. So even with Jake Hagar losing to Moxley, he's still the 5th. He's still ranked 5th in the rankings for. Yeah, Brody Lee's not even ranked. So he was ranked last week, but now he's not even ranked this week when they updated it. But he gets a match.
they need to drop that shit, man.
Yeah, like he literally was 3 last week because Brody Lee hasn't lost either. He's like 3 and 0, like the Murder Hawk. But now they changed it to the Murder Hawk is number 3, and Brody Lee's not even ranked.
Well, do you think Moxley drops the title to Brody?
No, sadly, no.
Fuck shit
It's
ensues.
gonna be fuck shit ensues. It's gonna be Brody's first loss.
Wow, that might
Yeah.
knock his momentum completely out.
Completely. I mean, you can't give him the title this quick. He's not even been there a month.
You know what? I think
He's
Moxley
had like
gets the upper hand, and then the Dark Order minions come in there and ruin the match.
ruin the match. Yeah, I feel you.
Possibly, I don't know. You see,
Yeah.
I'm still in that WWE mindset. I've been watching WWE my entire life, so I'm already predicting the match in my head the way WWE would do it.
Yeah. You can. I mean, you know something for so long. You don't know how other people. I mean, would they really pull the title off Moxley that quick?
No, I don't think so. I think you're right. I think Brody does take a loss, but I think it's going to be a DQ loss.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a loss, it's a loss to the champ. So it's not like he lost it. Plus, he's just been squashing regular guys. He hasn't been like fight. I mean, he's just been squashing small guys. He hasn't been fighting anybody like regular. So he hasn't had a feud. It's just weird.
Apparently, if you're over 6 feet tall, your first match has to be against Marco Stunt.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Well, after the commercial
I
break,
think this,
we get a sit down with Brandy Rhodes talking all serious to the camera. She addresses Jake the Snake and the Murder Hawk, saying, "You don't know me." Basically saying her mom says you don't fuck with people you know. Smash cut to QT Marshall coming out with Brandy versus the Murder Hawk himself with Jake the Snake wearing a mask. Uh pretty interesting storytelling they did here. What notes do you have on this one?
The notes I took was Brandy can still get it. Um, and I thought this was going to be a squash, but then I wrote Britt Breaker in the damn shoe.
Yeah.
That bitch, man. That bitch, Britt Baker, man. She's
Oh, I forgot to mention during the Nyla Rose interview, they cut to Britt Baker's face. Did you remember Britt Baker making that face to Nyla Rose?
no, I didn't. Oh, I missed that.
She had this like disgusted look on her face when Nyla was talking. It was hella funny,
Oh shit.
but it was only like 3 seconds. But I got a kick out of that. But yeah, Britt Baker's gimmick from now on is gonna be hitting people with her shoe, which then
Shoot, yeah,
Brandy grabbed the shoe and threw it into the fucking stands. That was a nice little touch they did there.
yeah. I dig that. And then I didn't really think QT Marshall had a shot. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. Um, they used back in the day twice instead of saying WWE. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, yep. With
So Brody said it to Mox
yeah,
in the ring, and then JR said it speaking about Jericho fighting somebody. It was like still clearly with WWE, but he said, back in the day. So they both said it like that, and I wrote that down too.
I think he was referencing the Hardy Boys TLC match with the
Yeah,
Dudleys.
that's what it was. Yeah, yeah, because Matt Hardy like did the three faces of Foley type fuck shit
Yeah.
in the match. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So he goes, yeah, Matt and Jericho got history from back in the day.
I love that this is Archer's gimmick, and Andy confirmed it last week that when he was in New Japan, Archer would attack somebody before he gets into the ring. He's doing it every single time now in AEW. I
Yeah,
fucking love it. I love it. He just comes out and it's immediate chaos.
yeah,
And his song
yeah.
doesn't even
Boom, knock somebody out. Fucking, that shit pops to me every time, every single time.
even before his theme song comes out with the lyrics, he runs out there and punches someone in the face, and then he gets into the
Yeah,
ring and poses, and then
yeah.
the lyrics kick in. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, every time he walks out, I'm like, I'm always looking. I'm like, oh wait, is he coming down the heel side first? Like, who the fuck is he gonna knock out?
And then earlier when Britt hit QT with the shoe and Brandy throws a shoe, did you catch MJF? He goes, "Who throws a shoe, Brandy?"
Shoot, yeah, yeah.
That was fucking
Fucking, like, yeah. See, it's little shit like this, which is like, it's me nitpicking, but also like their continuity, which makes me hate it. But their entertainment is fucking gold. Their entertainment side is gold. Oh my
it's
god, through a damn shoe.
the little things.
Yeah, it's definitely the little things, man.
Archer hits the blackout and then bashes QT's head into the mat just like he did to Dustin for the win. What a weird finisher, just bashing someone's head into the mat and then putting your knee on their
Yeah.
throat for the pin. That's
Mm-hmm.
brutal. I kind of love that. Archer is incredible. I love that. And then Jake the Snake in the corner laughing as anytime he does something brutal. And then Britt Baker DDT's Brandy on the outside, throws her into the ring, and Jake the Snake brings back an old friend. I know it's not the same
Gold.
Snake, but his gimmick.
Yeah.
He throws his giant python on the Brandy's unconscious body, which of course we
Mm-hmm.
know will send Cody into a rage next week on Dynamite. What did you think
You
about
know it.
the end of this match, Cesar? That was a pretty damn good detail they added there.
Yeah, it was a good detail, especially coming off Brandy's promo. So I think Cody and Brandy are going to get some fuck shit in next week, or they'll definitely get something in next week. So Murder Hawk will probably be out there fighting somebody. I think Cody's just going to run out to try to set up for this pay-per-view match. Well, I thought it was good shit. I liked how Britt Baker hopped the line and DT'd that bitch and then threw her in the ring. So I thought that was good. Good shit.
That's such good.
I liked it though. Yeah, such good shit. I mean, I like the Murder Hawk. He sold better this match, I felt like, than his other ones. So, makes him look more regular, not like no selling superhuman. I hate that shit. So, I thought it was a good match though.
I cannot wait to see. You remember in the past week, Cesar, when we recorded the Wednesday review show, and we kind of were griping
Mm-hmm.
about how
Yeah.
predictable the TNT tournament was going to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
now they're building it to be personal. Now they're building it to be good. Now I really want to see this match. And now I'm like,
Right, but they still could have had just a match though, not with the belt.
yeah, that's true. It's just they're doing a good deal of making me care about this match more and more now.
Right, but I mean, but this was always going to be the match because they came in fucking with Cody from the beginning. So to have this with the belt, I don't know. It kind of feels like it kind of feels gimmicky, kind of like they're being a little bit lazy. Like you should have been able to build a tournament and then make it personal with the finals. You know what I'm saying, against two other guys, and still have Cody and Murderhawk somehow lose in the tournament, and then still want to fight each other.
So they did a great job on the AEW championship belt. They did a shit job on the women's belt. They did a decent job
Shit,
on the tag belt. Are you
that's right.
are you anticipating the look of this TNT championship belt?
Yeah, yeah. I need to see it, man. I need to see if they're going shit or good again, and this is really going to put me over. I need to see it.
Because if the fans were there, they would say something about it if they didn't like it.
Yeah, motherfuckers would be booing and shit if it was shitty.
Well, after the commercial break, they set up Double or Nothing, Mox versus Brody Lee, and an interesting addition, a little kind of
Oh,
I don't want
yeah.
I don't want to say rip off, but a casino
No, it's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. I wrote Money in the Bank match.
ladder match for the AEW championship opportunity.
For yeah. So the double the battle royal was just a battle royal. You didn't get a championship match, but all of a sudden you're having a ladder match with the winner getting a shot at the title.
2 weeks after Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but you're still your pay per view within the month of May.
Yeah.
So WWE has the pay per view in May, and it's all about the name of the pay per view is all about the Money in the Bank. Your pay per view, which is also about gambling, which is money, and then you have a ladder match with the World Championship title as the prize. Come on, son.
Technically, the month of May is going to have 3 ladder match pay-per-views, Cesar. We got Money in the Bank, we got
Oh
Double or
shit.
Nothing, and we got Money
Yep.
in the Stank.
Bank. Oh shit. Hey, Money May, baby. Hey, Mayweather had it right. Money May. Money May.
Well, after this, Taz interviews Darby Allin, which was a waste of time. He just offers his help. Darby walks off, whatever. Taz as a manager is interesting in my opinion, but to Darby Allin, I did not see that coming.
He's ranked third in the rankings right now.
Brody Lee versus Chris Daniels next week should be good. Maybe Chris Daniels joins the Dark Order, splitting up SCU
Yeah.
so they can pursue their singles careers, or maybe Chris Daniels just gets the shit beat out of him like usual. Also,
Yeah. I was thinking that, but I was kind of maybe hoping they would get a SCU Dark Order, I don't know, tag match or something, or maybe it'll turn into that.
I think it will. Another very entertaining matchup announced for next week. This will probably be the highlight of the show. The Jurassic Express takes on the Best Friends in a face versus face tag team matchup. Are you looking forward to this?
Well, anytime you see Best Friends, I'm always down and ready for it. So, gotta see what the GOAT Cassidy does. And yeah, it's just been Marco Stunt. Like the other two, I guess, have been locked down on quarantine. But I guess they're free, ready to wrestle. So I might as well get them back in the ring.
If Penelope Ford injects herself into this fucking match somehow, you know she wants that orange dick. She wants that orange
Yeah,
dick.
that orange dick. I mean, he got the sauce, baby. Why would you not? Why would you not?
Well, up next is the main event of Dynamite. Jericho and Sammy, Les Sex Gods versus Kenny Omega and the debuting Broken Matt Hardy in AEW. Wow, did this match get very creative? I did not see this coming. They took a street fight and they made it into some entertaining programming for us to watch. Cesar, I got a lot of notes on this one. Do you want to kick it off?
I mean, I got notes, and then some of them I don't understand. Um, I think this match was when I switched over to bourbon, and that was obviously a mistake.
Uh-oh.
That's why my NXT notes were so random.
Uh-oh.
So the first thing I wrote down was Devon get the table, a phrase said by JR.
Yep.
And then he said back, he's like, Matt Hardy. No, because they got the tables, and then when they were setting it up, he said Devon get the tables. And then he said something like, that's what Matt Hardy had them great ladder matches back in the day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, like you really like I get it, but you're praising him for his back in the day work in his first match here.
It's so rare.
I got Matt,
so rare for us to hear that.
Matt Hardy changing great, and they kept up with the names. Damascus.
Yeah.
Fucking other shit. ATM spot had money in it. Fucking brilliant.
And then he hits some money.
Yeah, well, he puts two bills in his pocket, and then he takes the other three, balls them up, and punches him in the face with the money. But like the ATM wasn't even on. Like the ATM screen doesn't black out.
JR, it's a fistful of dollars. Thank you, Clint.
Dollars. I like the fact that the crowd left with them. The heels and the faces left with them because technically they're all wrestlers, so you don't need security to block them off. The Inner Circle joined again. Inner Circle back together, not just on the bubbly bunch. So I don't know. They brought up the thing with the golf cart, how the locker room is so far away.
Yeah, they have to drive.
I wrote that down. I don't understand what this shit means. It said, hit him with a bag. There goes our halls. I don't know. I guess somebody got hit with a bag in this match. I'd have to go back and rewatch it and like maybe just DM you later.
Okay.
I don't know why I wrote this down, but it's got to be something funny.
Here
go ahead.
My notes. Pineapple Pete is
oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes, so good. So good.
Of a match, and Jericho with the back and forth. Pineapple Pete takes a shot at Jericho as well, which sets up their match for next week, which they kept referencing, and JR is like, are you serious? That's really happening? Pineapple Pete?
Yeah.
Hardy, he dives off a ladder, puts Sammy through a table, ref goes for the count, but Hagar, of course, pulls the ref out of the ring. He can't let his boys down. Commercial break. We get back. They're automatically in the lobby fighting. Jericho and Hagar dump Hardy into the ice machine, which I thought was funny. I thought once they put him in the ice machine, they were gonna get a bar. And
that's what it was. Oh my God, that's what it was. Jericho hit Matt Hardy with a bag of ice.
Yeah.
And Tony and JR whisper, he goes, oh, there goes the ice. He goes, there goes our bag of ice. Well, it looks like we can't have Moscow mules later. That's what it was. Moscow mules. I didn't write Moscow. I wrote mules instead of halls. Yeah, that's what it was. Because he was like, he goes, oh, there goes all the ice. Can't have a Moscow mule later. And JR's like, I know, pal. That's what it was.
Man. They if they were smart, they would have put a bar through there, but then it would have prevented him from coming out later as Damascus and a new road.
Yeah, it would have been awesome if there was a bar there and then just Hangman's just like sleep behind it. And then he pops up and gets in the match. That would have been fucking gold.
I did write down as well, not only were there the wrestler spectators, but there were actually people there, like audience. There were kids. There were kids. I don't know if you caught that. Like,
I think maybe it could have been, I don't know, it could have been like,
their family.
Family and friends of people who work there, of the crew and the wrestlers. But still, yeah, I thought it was dope.
Jacksonville does not give a shit because, I mean, all the Inner Circle were together. There was a ton of people in this area. Everybody was tested, though, as JR announced.
Yeah, everybody gets tested. Yeah, everybody gets tested.
Jericho suplexes Kenny onto a guardrail, which looked fucking dangerous. My butthole clenched because, as you saw, the guardrail, the feet of the guardrail were sticking up.
Guardrail, that's where he was like landed near. I was like, oh, fucking shit.
If you watch back, you can see Kenny staring at the feet of the guardrail as he's being suplexed, making sure that it's safe. Because, you know, they're pros.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not trying to fuck anybody up for real.
And then I wrote, Hardy emerges from Icebox as Damascus. He hits Jericho with the golf cart. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Hardy and Omega chase and hit Sammy with the golf cart.
Yep.
Omega ascends the scissor lift, which I thought was a nice little detail. I've never seen that before. And
Yeah.
moonsaults onto Hagar and Hardy. Santana and Ortiz eventually come out, triple power bomb Hardy through the tables, Shield style, and then
Mm-hmm.
Jericho power bombs Omega on top of the golf cart, hits the Judas effect for the win. The episode closes with the inner circle flipping off the camera as they go off the air. What a great main event! Very entertaining show. What was your favorite part of this entire match?
I mean, just the entertainment value, the fucking side commentary about the Moscow Mules, the ATM. Yeah, the scissor lift was dope. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit, is he gonna jump off that scissor lift? And then still got the moonsault off, even though he was gonna put one of them through the table. I thought it was very well put together. And yeah, they had all the spots lined up. And yeah, the golf cart was funny too. Ran Sammy down. All that other good stuff. I thought it was a very good match. This was a good main event. And then yeah, you come with all the inner circle coming out. It just sucks that Matt Hardy's opening match, he gets a loss.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, yeah, it's a debut match. He gets a loss.
that's true. Oh shit.
That kind of sucks. But no, I mean, overall, good shit. I wasn't mad at it. I was very entertained, and the wrestling was good too.
Such a weird contrast to NXT where it's like straight up wrestling, and then you switch over to fucking AEW and you see someone being stuffed into an ice box.
Right. Yeah. Because first he was trying to stuff Jericho in the icebox, and I even think somebody said lay icebox when they were trying to throw Jericho in it. So I mean, just like that, little small stuff like that. It's funny stuff too. And then, but yeah, the ice and the Moscow Mules. I knew I wrote that down for something. I'm glad I remember that. But yeah, that match was good. Pineapple Pete, yeah, punching Jericho, and JR fucking like, for real?
Yeah.
For real, they gonna fight? Like for real?
That was my favorite part, was Pineapple Pete and Jericho's little interaction there. It was fun. Nice little detail.
Yeah, because I mean, Jericho's been like just talking straight cash shit about him for like weeks. And then he's like, God damn, I hate Pineapple Pete and this shit. And then yeah, because does he swipe at him and then they get in the ring and start singing? Because they were singing Judas.
Yeah, it was
then, like, for some reason,
Jericho was circling the ring, and I think Pineapple Pete might have connected, like hitting Jericho on the back. And Jericho pointed at him and goes, "Damn you, Pineapple Pete!" And
Pete,
they get in the ring, and then Sammy is using Jericho's bat as a mic, singing Judas.
Mike, yeah, because that's where like it starts breaking down. Yeah, what have I become? Like Jericho gets back in it, and then they're singing again. And but yeah, fucking gold, man.
You know, Jericho was looking for something backstage, thinking, "Hey, what could I use as a mic as you lip sing my song?" Oh, here's a bat. We'll bring this, okay? Because Jericho never brings a bat.
Yeah, but it's a street fight, so it didn't matter. So fuck it, bring it back.
Well, we did it, Cesar. A great Wednesday night of entertainment. Now we close with Facebook. God damn it. Instagram questions.
Let's do it.
The first being from Sticks Adam. If you guys could put a pay-per-view together with wrestlers from every promotion, give me 5 matchups and what is the name of the pay-per-view? Okay, these questions I haven't read, so this is going to be all off the top of my head. So prepare for some silence.
All right. So, how many matches?
You know what? He said 5, but let's do 2 each. Let's do 4.
All right, and then I guess we can try to make a main event.
Yeah.
So 2 each. So just some matches from wrestlers from any promotion.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to like cross promote then. Let's go WWE versus AEW then.
Okay.
But he said any promotion. But at least let's try to mix it up, or where it's somebody from this versus somebody from that. Well, I got a good main event.
I don't want to sound racist or anything, but I wouldn't mind seeing Moose take on Bobby Lashley.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Moose versus Bobby Lashley. Yeah, because I was thinking for the main event, like the UE versus the Inner Circle, and like Jake Hagar just hang out on the back on the outside.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, you don't even have to like war games it. Oh, you could war games it. That'd be good too.
Is that the main event? Because that's fucking incredible.
All right, let's do that. That's the main event.
Okay, we bookended.
All right, so we
bookended it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. So the opening match is the battle is the who's the best field inward. It's Moose versus Bobby Lashley versus who's got the better field.
Oh fuck.
All right. We might make this all racial except for the main event.
All right, let's move on to Asians.
Say what?
Let's move on to Asians.
All right, Asians. Who we got?
Let's see. New Japan. No.
Well, yeah. Oh, I mean, we could go Rio. We can go, not Rio. We can go, who's the bitch from AEW who just lost to Nyla Rose? The Asian bitch who won the championship first.
Yeah, that's Riho.
Riho, yeah. Riho versus Zaya. Riho versus Iho.
Can you imagine the commentary on that? Riho. I mean, Iho. No, Iho. No.
Iho.
Riho.
Fuck it. We're going by last names.
Yeah, they're both short as fuck too. They look identical. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Like, yo, they would probably put on a great match though.
Yeah, that's funny, dude. Riho versus Iho. All right, we got
Riho versus Iho.
We got Asians covered. Who's the drunkest guy in WWE to take on Hangman?
Fuck. Attitude Era Stone Cold?
There we go. Stone Cold from the Attitude Era versus Hangman currently in an alcohol on the pole match.
Alcohol on a pole match. Oh fuck! You could do King of the Mountain Jeff Jarrett versus Honky Tonk Man in the '80s guitar on a pole match.
Oh shit!
See, if you could do shit like this, we could book like 20 matches.
We did it, man. We did it. We got 5 matches already. Here we go. Moose versus Bobby Lashley. Riho versus Iho. Stone Cold versus Hangman. Jarrett versus Honky Tonk Man. And the main event, the Undisputed Era versus the Inner Circle.
Moose and Bobby Lashley got to fight out in the field.
What is the
they're literally gonna start. It's gonna be like the Wyatt compound, but it'll be like a plantation. Like they start in the house and fight out.
Oh my god, fucking Lashley in overalls and shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Winner gets their freedom papers match.
Oh man. Hashtag APPW. Hashtag World Order. Hashtag We Run APPW. Hashtag Say a Prayer for the Cynic Mafia. Hashtag Cesar burying another Mafia member 6 feet under. Hashtag We Drip It in Gold. The Great Bretsky 99.
99.
If you could be a wrestler in any era and any company in wrestling history, which era and company would you be a part of and why? Who from what era and what company? Wow, there's a lot of similar questions like this, huh? Every question has been like this.
Yeah. Well, look, great questions. I like these questions.
Yeah, there's plenty of options. So that's a good.
Well, we can't ask real questions with the pod because they hate real questions.
That's true.
So we got to ask shit questions. Can
I go Ric Flair back in the day, like way back in the day with the 4 Horsemen, so I can fuck all kinds of people?
Oh, styling, profiling.
That's right.
Taking everybody on Space Mountain.
Getting everybody pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. That's good shit. That's such good shit.
Such good shit.
The problem is, do I want do I want legendary status or not, or do I want good times, or am I planning my future out? If you want to go legendary status, I would say Bruno Sammartino, because nobody's ever going to beat that record.
That's true.
But if I want to plan for my future, I would say The Rock, because look at that motherfucker now.
That dude's set for forever, dude.
Ever. Like he was, I mean, he's already going, he's going in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's definitely one of the best talkers of anybody.
Plus his daughter,
Great
she's
matches.
gonna live on his legacy.
Yeah, he's gonna live on his legacy. I'm gonna pick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick Kurt Angle after he got his head shaved, because that's when he was having like his top matches.
Oh, that's not. Oh, cool, man. Kurt Angle. But who would your tag partner be? That's the follow-up question. Mine would be the Four Horsemen, obviously, but who would you pick as Kurt Angle's tag partner in that era?
I mean, still had Shelton Benjamin and them were around, right?
Yeah, Team Angle.
Team Angle. Team Angle. So I still have Team Angle.
Nice.
I'll take Shelty and Hosh.
Bretsky's throwing shade, Cesar. Hashtag Gaviti Atadat takeover begins Saturday.
Who? You talking about gravy ass juice? those guys what they taking over? They taking over Thanksgiving? What they taking over? Fucking gravy ass juice. He taking over mashed potatoes? Motherfucker. Is that who he signed? Did he sign mashed potatoes and yams? Fucking dry ass turkey wrestling. That fucking dry turkey wrestling Bretsky and the gravy ass juice gonna try to take over something. Fuck out of here.
Hashtag APPW is the best thing going right now. Thank you. I'm trying my best.
He ain't wrong.
Hashtag money talks. Hashtag anonymous voices are pussies. Oh, he's taking a shot at whoever interrupted him. His promo on Dynamite. Hashtag.
Oh yeah, little hacker action. Yeah.
Hashtag APPW. And our main event tonight, Cesar, is your opponent, Peter Wayne Kent.
Who? Oh, you mean the lone gunman? Not the serial killer.
Do you guys think any episode of Dark Side of the Ring will top New Jack's episode? Oh my god.
For pure funniness, no. But like the Benoit story was definitely, New Jack did wait. He said he was trying to kill that guy. Like that is literally attempted murder. Isn't there?
Yeah.
Is there statute of limitations on attempted murder? Yeah. Like he admitted to it. New Jack's to me was not like dark until like 38 minutes in. Yeah. Like that first half hour was funny as shit.
It was comedy gold.
Yeah. Motherfuckers, I was doing coke again. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I was high as fuck out there. I was cutting promos talking about OJ took care of 2 of them. Keep up the good work.
Oh my god.
I mean, that was the first 10 minutes and I was on the floor. I was literally on the floor.
Oh boy.
For comedy wise, I do not see anybody fucking with that New Jack. With the New Jack episode. I think there's some other darker ones out there. Maybe a little bit darker than Benoit. Season 1, maybe. Season 2, there's some like few fucked up ones. But yeah, comedy wise, I don't see anybody touching New Jack. That shit's number 1 with a bullet.
It's kind of cool that we touched on this earlier about which future Dark Side of the Ring episodes could be possible. So as far as you said, exactly humor wise, no one's gonna touch it. But shock factor, I'll say if Macho Man and Stephanie does happen, that will be more.
Jesus Christ!
That will be more shocking than New Jack.
Then fucking New Jack. I mean, When you said that, I would literally I went to like when you fucking said the Nikki Bella shit.
Oh, that's
Like,
right.
but that I mean I don't know whether that had anything to do with wrestling or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they can
No, she was a
cover it.
teenager. She was a teenager, and someone drugged her.
Yeah. So see, like it didn't have anything to do with wrestling, but like if there was some shit like that happened, like if a current female wrestler is like on the road and she's not traveling with somebody or go to some party and they get fucking turned out or some shit, like that would be some fucked up shit. And then to have like that person still like live to tell you the tale, that would be fucking crazy.
Let me bring up something that I just remembered. Do you remember they had I believe it was Evolution pay-per-view, the women, and Lita came out with a shirt that said "Time's Up."
Yeah.
That was a reference to the hashtag Me Too. What the hell happened to
Mm.
Lita?
I, I have no idea. Look, I mean, anything could have happened to Lita. I mean, she was like, she wasn't really putting it out there, but she was trying to make her name. And she started down in Mexico where shit is fucking crazy. Mexico's still crazy today.
It's in
Parts of it,
Yeah,
you know.
it's insanity to live there. I kind of understand why everybody wants to come here. Mexico,
Yeah, there's
I've never been there just casually. I went on a cruise, but I don't think I would
mhm.
voluntarily go out there just driving. I've heard stories.
Yeah, like it's fucking crazy now. I'm guessing there was probably some, there's probably some ratchet shit going on with her and them down there, and I hope not, but fucking you never know, man. People are crazy.
Yeah. Well, we made it, Cesar. Oh, Peter Wayne Kent. Hashtag APPW is on fire. Thank you, my friend. We are finished with everything. Do you want to make Money in the Stank predictions, or do you want to end the episode now?
I mean, if you got time, I'll do Money in the Stank predictions.
Because there really is four matches I can ask you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jake and Sam are making their debut as the SRAP best friends. However, I did not
Okay,
mention who their tag team opponents are going to be.
opponents,
Do you want to take a
right?
guess?
Uh, wait, are you making them fight the real best friends for the name of the best friends?
Is that your prediction?
That's actually my guess. I'm gonna say
Okay.
yes.
Okay, and who wins?
The real best friends win because they're real best friends. Jake and Jake and them ain't real best friends.
Oh,
Sam don't even like Jake. He don't even like Jake. He said it. You know when he said it? He said it in Dynamite, episode 1, minute 10, second 43. He's like, why would I call you, mate? I'm in Australia. Plus, I don't even like you. The actual words came out of his mouth.
oh man.
10 minutes, 43 seconds. 10 minutes,
He's got the
43
time.
seconds.
He's got the timestamp.
I do I do my fucking homework, okay? 10 minutes, 43 seconds into Dynamite 1. You'll
Well,
hear him say it.
speaking of homework, the women's Money in the Bank, oh, excuse me, Money in the Stank
Money.
match has six
Mm.
women battling for that briefcase. It's Violet, which is Cynic's woman. That time of the month, Nikki Bella, She Hulk, Harley Quinn, and Linda's Bush all fighting it out. Cesar, who wins this ladder match?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna pick the wild card. I'm gonna pick Harley Quinn.
Wild card.
I'm gonna pick the wild card because wild card. Because She-Hulk and Linda's Bush got beef. They got beef. They got more beef than a grocery store right now because we're running out of meat apparently. Uh, they're gonna be fighting and taking each other out. The other three are just gonna be fighting randomly and catching that She-Hulk, Linda's Bush wave of fury. And then Harley will just be like sipping tea, doing crazy shit, selling cocaine to kids in the crowd, and then she's just gonna climb a ladder and get the briefcase.
Interesting.
There it is.
Interesting. Men's Money in the Bank match. Mega Pounder Zank Chris. Hashtag World Order sticks at him. Gaviti Adadot's Great Bretsky,
Who?
Cynic Mafia's
No, no.
COVID-19, the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic, and the People's host, Zanka. Men's Money in the Stank. Who wins it?
Uh, man, you know, old gravy ass juice is talking that shit. I mean, he likes to cheat. He likes to cheat to win because he couldn't beat Roman straight up. And there is no rules. But then you got my man Sticks out there. Sticks already took care of Cynic, so he's gonna wanna crack on Ovid though. Ovid is the only winner of a ladder match. He's got the most experience.
That's true.
He's got the most experience, and he might need that briefcase because I'm about to take these tag titles off his bitch ass on Saturday. So he's the one who needs it. The sheriff's a sneaky fuck.
He had to take out.
You know what I mean? The sheriff. Yeah, the sheriff had to like man up and take out the idol, and the idol was putting the screws to him. So I'm not discounting the sheriff. Bretsky's too worried about signing people like Robert Stone brand to get the briefcase. He's gonna be up there climbing the ladder, and then be like, man, if I could get the sheriff to sign the gravy ass juice. Oh shit, who's tipping the ladder? That's Bretsky right there.
Gravy.
Yeah, that's it. That's Bretsky.
Gravy ass juice.
Yeah. Ovid's gonna be crying because he's worried about his tag titles, so he ain't gonna be able to get it. So he's out. We got Styx and the sheriff, and who else? Who else haven't I mentioned?
Tiger King and Zank Chris.
Tiger King's trying to get his dick wet. He's gonna see some dude in the stands, and he's gonna be trying to get his dick wet. And he's out on parole anyway. And and then like Carmella's gonna walk around with some tiger print on backstage, and he's gonna get all confused and be thinking about that shit. And then he's gonna see some guy in the crowd and be like, God damn, that boy sucking my dick would be a dream. And then next he's flying off a ladder. So break out some meth and a tiger, that motherfucker done. It's coming down to Styx or the sheriff. And I guess I don't know, man, because Styx is a big Zanka fan. I think Styx might just let him have it, so he has something. He's like, yeah, you got rid of Jake. I'm proud of you. You're actually doing something better with your life. Take this briefcase, dog. I don't need it because I'm in the HWO, and we just run shit anyway, and we got titles for days, and we just fuck shit up. So
Sheriff.
I'm gonna say Styx. I'm gonna say Styx would be the winner, but he's gonna concede it to Zanka because he knows Zanka needs it more, and Zanka's getting his life back together after leaving Jake, and he's gonna be proud of him. So he concedes the briefcase to the sheriff, and the sheriff rides off into the sunset.
Well, I don't know if this is fair or not, asking you about this one, but the main event, Cesar versus Peter Wayne Kent for the decent title, winner take all. Cesar, how does this match end?
How's this match end? It's the same way it ends with with his boss. Oh, two-time loser, fitting to go to jail from the HWO because he keeps catching L's from us Cynic. It ends with that BBC and that 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
that's how it is. It don't matter what happens in the beginning, the middle, yesterday, today, getting your fucking DeLorean, go 88 miles an hour, doesn't fucking matter. All right? Doesn't matter when, where, or how. It ends with the BBC and the 1, 2, 3. And it ends with me.
Wait a minute. It's a Falls Count Anywhere. So does it end in the ring or does it end outside?
It don't matter where it ends. It'll end in his mama's bedroom while I'm tapping that ass and giving her the real BBC. It don't matter. What the fuck you mean doesn't matter? No, it ends with BBC and 1, 2, 3. I'll pin both of them. I'll pin him for the title and I'll pin his mama to the mattress after that. Don't matter.
Oh my God.
Fucking doesn't matter. It don't matter.
So you're saying
That's
that
the
the
end.
hashtag World Order is going to be dripping in gold?
Dripping in gold.
Well, then you have a hard decision to make, my friend. If the hashtag World Order is dripping in gold, who gets them tag belts?
I do not know. I have to confer with my brothers, and we will confer, and we will chat, and we will talk. And afterwards, it will be decided, and we will get back to you and let you know.
Okay, let me ask you this then. If you lose and the Cynic Mafia has all the gold, will you issue an apology to Peter Wayne Kent's mom?
No, because I'll still be hitting that no matter what. So either way, I'm a winner.
Well, all right, everybody. The Money in the Stank APPW's pay-per-view happens Saturday. Hopefully, my fucking janky-ass phone can store everything and post it all in time. Thank you, Cesar, for spending, good Lord, it's been 3 hours exactly discussing
Jesus Christ.
Money, the After Party Hangover, Money in the Pod special. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Bretsky, for hopping on. Thank you, Cesar, for your time. And until next
No
time,
problem.
ladies and gentlemen, all hail Lindisbush.